Oh, Go ahead. I have to fix this.
Okay.
More things. There we go.
Oh, I can see that the screen is not there.
Oh, it's there now.
It's there. Oh, it just popped. I don't know why I made this map like this. I don't know why I'm talking through the theme song. We don't do that normally.
Can't hear it.
I heard it go explode, so... yeah, that's true. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Are we talking to me?
Well, I was talking to everybody. Hello.
Well, I fall under that.
Yeah, that's true, you do.
Swath. Is that a word?
It's a wide swath.
Swathe.
A good word.
I'm part of the
Swathe. Swathe.
Ian, how you been?
And a very suave individual. I'm good. How have you been?
Been great. Life is good. I'm good.
Glad to hear
it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
How have you been? I've already asked you that. You just answered that. Yeah, you just said good. I've been fine. My arm hurt the last couple days. Because I got that Moderna in my epidermis.
You got the Moderna.
I got the Moderna.
I got the
I lost my wallet. You got Pfizer? Pfizer.
And as of tomorrow, I'm 2 weeks out from my second shot, so
You're officially all
I'm gonna be out
covered.
there licking doorknobs, making out with strangers,
Now you
playing
don't
my
need to be
favorite
scared
game.
about getting COVID.
playing my favorite game. Let's cough into each other's mouths. I've been missing it
Oh,
a
that's
lot.
my favorite. I miss
Yeah.
that game. It's a good
It's a
game.
great game.
Now you don't have to worry about ever getting COVID. Again.
Well, odds are much better than they were before.
This is true. Yeah. Not
Still,
100%.
what, 5% chance of me getting it, but
Something like that, yeah.
Leviathan Den in chat. Welcome, Leviathan Den.
Welcome back.
Say, I made it back from the gym in time for my favorite Monday pastime. I did so much pool shit waiting for today. That's awesome.
Don't shit in the pool. They gotta empty the pool down.
You just take the little scoop and you can get it right out of there. Well, it depends how much fiber is in the person's diet.
That's true. If you know, depending on how you shit in that pool, you may or may not be able to get it out for them.
Right.
They're still probably gonna want to drain the pool though, just in all likelihood.
Don't tell the pool expert how to.
That's true. He is the pool expert of us.
Out of us, he is the pool expert.
That is correct. Glad you came back from the gym. I mean, if I had to rate my favorite activities or pastimes, going to the gym would be one of them.
That's a good thing to be like a fan of.
I was trying to sound sarcastic, but I actually do legitimately enjoy
say,
it
you
when I go to the gym.
You've
It's like one of those things that you hear people be like, "Zero, go ahead."
I said you've mentioned a few times that you miss it because you haven't been to the gym in a while.
I do miss it. I have a gut again. I had muscles for like a hot second, and then recently I did like for a stream, I did like a flex, like tickets to the gun show. And when I did that, I noticed how thin and scrawny my arms had gotten all over again, and I was
The
like,
noise it made was like air coming out of a balloon.
yeah. And they just like deflated and sunk even lower than the bone should allow them to. It's
I'm never really not muscly, but I also gained a gut over this past year and a half that I've been working on getting rid of as of late, and it's going.
how's that going?
It's going.
It's going?
fine.
Nice.
I've lost large amounts of weight in the past. I know how to do it. It just is not as fun as eating everything you want and drinking a bunch of beer. Which
feel
I'm still
that.
drinking a beer, but you know.
Oh yeah, actually I should get a beer.
There's
I'll
give
get
and
a beer in a
take.
little bit.
Yeah. Leviathan
we'll
Den
get a
says,
beer.
I broke my shrug
sorry.
weight record today, so here's a prize for you guys. What is shrug weight?
Is that where you just? I'm assuming shrug weight is where there's just the weight of the world on you, and you just go meh.
You put the weight on your shoulder and you go. That's how much you have to lift it.
Yeah. He said, here's a prize for you guys. I'm curious what that is.
I hope it's a pool.
I hope it's a pool too. That'd be sick.
You know, Leviathan Den, not having a hot tub is keeping us from reaching our full potential on Twitch.
This is true. We need a hot tub so we can do hot tub streams.
That's what's in now.
I would totally do a hot tub stream too. I don't give a shit.
I would
I
too.
look
Why
gross. I look gross.
that?
Don't get me wrong, but
Oh,
I'll
come
do
on.
it. I mean, I showered today, thank God. I've been showering ever since I got my first shot. I've been making sure I like shower a lot more because I was going pretty easy on it during the pandemic. I was like, no one's gonna see me. Parents keep bitching about the amount of water I use. Just gonna
Parents
cruise it.
never change.
I know, right? First they complain about me using too much water, and then they complain about you only shower once a month, and then it's like fuck off. I'm kidding. I showered more than once a month. I feel like
I'm gonna go shower in a puddle outside. You happy, Mom and Dad?
Yeah, Jesus. Look at me. Look what you've reduced me to.
I got pretty lax on showers during shutdowns. But yeah, now that you got your shot, you got to start remembering how to reintegrate into society.
I feel so agoraphobic now. I'm afraid to like talk to people. I'm afraid of meat space all over again.
It's a good thing that my job forces me to talk to people, or else I would be completely like feral at this point, I think.
Yeah, I feel that way. I feel feral.
I definitely feel like I've lost some of my social ability. And when I do finally get back, like there's been a few times where I'm around people, and can you shrink your guy just a teeny bit?
Sure. Is it cool if I move him over?
Yeah, you can move him or just shrink him like a touch. Is he off the
I'll
screen?
shrink
Did
him.
I have mine set to full screen? Oh, there we go. My bad. I didn't even realize that I was a little bit zoomed in.
That's okay.
So you're all good.
He was a little large compared to your guy, anyways.
Maybe I need to make my guy larger then.
Oh, it's too late. My guy's
anytime that I've la-di-da, had like a normal kind of like interaction with people, and it starts to come back to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to do this. I used to be able to talk to people.
This was life in the before time.
Gives me a little bit of hope. I'll be able to come back to being a human again soon. It's just going to take some practice. Social interactions are practiced skills. For sure.
I've told a decent number of friends that I am being cooped up, so I'm so excited for the pandemic to hopefully be over. And when it does, I'm going to become a hoe for show. I'm going to straight up fuck.
Sow your wild oats.
I am. I'm tired of it. I was already on a dry run before the pandemic happened, and then the pandemic happened, and I was just like, well, I'll just say goodbye to my penis now.
There's going to be the pitter-patter of little Ians running all around.
Well, hold on now. I think...
Little baby Ians.
Oh, God, no.
Running around, pushing a hoop around with a stick.
Yeah, now's a great time to introduce life into the world.
I know, right?
Like, hey, son, I brought you into the world in the middle of this fucking pandemic, and like Donald Trump was just president. Like, don't you think that was a good idea? And you'd be like, no, Dad. It's
didn't
fucking
you know
terrible.
when you have kids, you can pass all your anxieties and fears onto them and project.
It's perfect. What am I trying to do with this fucking leg?
He's got crisscross applesauce.
I know, but like, sorry to cut you off. It's just I don't know what I'm doing with this leg. Like in terms of this.
This show requires us cutting each other off. It's part of the dynamic.
But it's also I blame the internet lag. I would cut you off at least 30% less if it weren't for the
We've hung out in person and we don't just sit there and talk over each other.
This is true. Generally, there's also a facial expression that goes like, "I'm done talking now," and one can.
Oh, sorry, I just did it again.
Oh my gosh! How dare you!
Rude.
No. What were you gonna say? I was gonna speak.
There's a person I know that I'm not going to name names. Not that I think they watch this, but still. this person is so bad at cutting people off that one time as a test, I just this person is like when they have an idea of something they want to say in their head, it's like literally they're like laser focused in, like they have to say it, and they'll just cut you off. And one time I was curious how bad it could be, so they interrupted me, and instead of stopping like I normally do and letting them talk, I just kept talking what the sentence I was saying, and then they started talking, and then we were both literally talking at full volume to each other for like I just wanted to see how far it would go, so I just kept doing it, and it went on for like 20 seconds until I was just like walked away. Like, like that's unbelievable. I can't believe.
I know, people are ridiculous. I knew someone similar to that, and they got especially bad at it when they were like drunk, and like we worked in a restaurant, so we'd get. What was that?
I said that makes sense.
Yeah, but like they were pretty bad about it normally, anyways. But just especially when they were drunk. But like, we were working in the restaurant, so like we would fucking get drunk all the time because that's what you do after your shift. And so sorry, I just heard a very strange noise outside my door. Anyways, I did a similar test because like we had been having a conversation, and he would keep like asking me questions, and then I would start to say an answer, and then he would start talking as soon as I gave an answer. So I was like doing little timing tests, like I would wait a second before I answered, and then like he would not talk, and then I'd be like, and then he would cut me off. And so like it was like the weirdest shit. So I don't know. I was really rude to that guy a lot anyways for other reasons, but he was, maybe he's a nice guy and I don't know, but he fucking annoyed me a lot.
Might be a nice guy, bad at social interactions.
Yeah. Just like listen to people when you talk. Like that's the thing that is what bothers me about it. Is it's like that's not a conversation, and that's like you want to have a TED talk with like an audience.
Yeah.
Like, dude, a conversation means both people.
Right.
Forward and edgewise. Whoa. Oh, there's the gift. I heard that too.
1,000 bits from Leviathan Den.
My God, that's at least $10. Don't give us $10. There are
what?
way. Oh wait.
And 100 more. 200 more.
12,
oh my! Leviathan Den.
Roughly $12.
Mind.
There are way better things you could spend $12 on, like a sandwich.
Except
no.
the gift.
Oh God, $13.
We appreciate it. You're awesome.
We do appreciate the gift. Thank you so much. It's nice to feel loved. And what better way to feel loved than to be, oh my God, it's still happening, to literally shower us with
coming and they don't stop coming.
They don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. My God, thank you so much, Leviathan Den. It is much appreciated. Oh Jesus, I keep hearing it. Yeah, perfect.
Here comes the money.
Money, 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 money. He says, I don't love you.
I don't love you. I love DrawBomb as a whole. Aw. DrawBomb is an institution.
Right. We're all hollowed halls.
You're a DrawBomb.
We're all DrawBombs. Yeah, it's like that Good Burger song. Remember that one?
I'm a DrawBomb. She's a DrawBomb. He's a DrawBomb.
We're all DrawBombs. Yeah. Which version is better, the one sung by Kel Mitchell or the one sung by a punk band?
I've never heard any of the versions. Oh wait, maybe I have heard the cover.
Have you seen the movie Good Burger?
Yeah, it's during the movie, right?
It's the credits song, dog. Get your shit figured
I
out.
wonder what Kel Mitchell's been up to. I know he pops up.
I googled it recently, and
I hope he Sorry, I just cut you off. I'm more aware of it now that we talked about it.
Dare you? No, go talk about it. I was saying
I'm hoping
stuff,
that he collected all that money and then had enough to just be live a good life and not have to worry about being on.
I hope so.
TV and movies and stuff.
That'd be pretty sick. You know what? I hope that he has found happiness, and I hope that whatever tuna cans he may be near, he does no screws in them. Um,
He was in Mystery Men,
he was in Mystery Men. That is correct.
but that's
He was an endearing character. I googled recently like what he's been in recently, and it was something, but it's not anything that like people have heard of. So I'm just like, I know how that goes.
Well, I'm just hoping it's like by choice, because honestly, if a lot of people I think just love like acting and the fame and all that, and like they look at their career as a whole as like some kind of like integrity thing or like something like. But like if I was an actor and I like did good enough to just be like able to coast and be good and enjoy my life, I would probably get out of acting.
Oh yeah, for sure. I told somebody else recently. So go ahead, you go first.
No, I was just saying, like, unless I really, really loved it, I don't think I would, like, try to keep doing it, like, from a job perspective if I had enough money.
I feel ya. I guess it depends on, like, where you are, where enough money sits at for you.
True.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the people who make a shit ton of money off of acting don't make it off the actual act. Like, they make a bunch of money off the acting, don't get me wrong, but they make, like, their big bucks off of, like, owning a vodka company or something all of a sudden, or some shit like that. But no, I said to somebody recently, and I've said to you multiple times, but like if I could go the Adam Sandler career trajectory, I totally would, where I just like get super famous, make a shit ton of money, and then like every once in a while someone's like, hey, we'll pay you a lot of money to take a vacation with your friends and shoot a film at the same time, and I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go to Hawaii.
I don't like his movies anymore, but I don't blame him at all. Like,
I have enjoyed some of his recent films, but not in like the same way as I could enjoy Billy Madison. But they're dumb as shit, but like they were fun.
that's cool though. I mean, if you like him, you like him.
I'll fight you, dude.
I will defend
You haven't seen Hubie's
Adam Sandler.
Halloween, dog? I will fucking take you to the mat WrestleMania style. I'll give you the Canadian Destroyer like Bad Bunny.
I haven't, but you've talked about it on the show a number of times, so I should give it a chance. Maybe I'll wait till like Halloween to watch it.
Yeah, don't like rush to see it. It's fun. It's cute.
Watching Hubie Halloween in May seems wrong.
Yeah, that's something you do if you are sad.
You should get that person help if they ever.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching Hubie Halloween. Yeah, it's like May though, right? Yeah.
Okay, well, do you need a place? Like, do you want to hang out? Are you okay?
1 second, don't mind while I call 911.
Leviathan Den says, I wanted to buy $50 worth of bits, but it would not let me for some reason. Sorry. No, don't apologize. Thank you.
Don't be sorry about not giving us $50.
We appreciate it
I would
so
be
much,
sorry
but
if you
don't
gave
have
us
to give us
$50.
anything. Leviathan Den says, when I break my next shrug record, I'll do the half I could not do this time. God bless you. Could you explain to us what a shrug record is? Just
yeah, you gotta
I'm
let
a
us know.
weakling who doesn't know the terms.
Also, that's not half. That's $15 or so. That's 30. Half of that is. That's half of $30. You don't have to give us $50, nor do you even have to give us $30. You don't have to give us any money, but
We
really
appreciate
do
very
appreciate
much,
that money.
but you don't have to give us any
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah.
if you want to give us money, I'm not going to stop
We're not.
you, but at the same time, I will feel like I owe you something.
Well, yeah, we'll give them a drawing, but yeah, donations are
good show.
appreciated. Keeps the show, keeps us nourished and able to do the show.
Keeps the lights on, you know? So have you been watching any television lately?
Yeah, we're terrible Twitch streamers. We get like, first donation in a while, and we're just telling the person like, no, don't give us money.
Well, look, I saw a video once where it was like a comparison video of 2 Twitch streamers, and one was like some girl playing games, and one was of a big dude carving like a surfboard into wood or some shit like that. And then like the video was like, look at this dumb bitch, and then like she was just like, hey, can you guys donate to me? And then it would cut to the guy, and he's like, oh no, don't give me donations. And the moral of the story was, don't be like that girl, be like that guy. but it all had a very weird sexist slant to it.
Yeah, it was weird. There was like a, you know, it started off as like trying to discover what things are more lucrative, and then you threw in a dumb bitch in the middle of there.
Well, that's because like that's what every comment was on that video. Oh, I know. It wasn't even the video, but you could definitely get that vibe from the video. But like every comment was just someone being like, "Oh, this stupid dumb bitch asking for money on Twitch." It's just like, yeah, no shit. That's like what you do on Twitch. You ask for money. Like that's what the whole.
16 hours of video games because they love video games that much.
Yeah, I mean, yes, a lot of them do.
Yeah, but it's you know.
Yeah, you're not playing video games for other.
On.
Yeah, it's a whole different vibe.
It's like when you're on the camera, you have to remember, you know, not to like fart or pick your nose, and like you gotta put on some clothes. And
you go back to like half the videos of DrawBomb, it's like me picking my nose.
You gotta make a Twitch stream where the gamer doesn't realize they're being Twitch streamed. It would go viral.
Exactly. That would be the worst.
Like laying like in the dark, like eating a gross amount.
I want to draw like the ugliest Twitch stream. Next. Let's finish up this fucking picture. What do you say?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was getting distracted.
No, I wasn't even paying attention to whether you were drawing or not. I'm just saying, like, we're getting ideas for what to draw next. That never happens, dog. I never get ideas for what to draw next.
Well, just draw whatever we talk about. That's what I usually do.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying we finish this drawing first.
No, I know. But I'm saying for ideas, man. For ideas.
Oh! How do we get an ugly Twitch streamer in this drawing? Like, I guess...
I don't know about this drawing. I'm saying the next drawing.
That's why I'm saying we gotta finish the drawing.
We're not on different pages. I'm saying in the future.
We agree.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fight you up.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Outside the playground, can I pencil you in for like 6 o'clock in the afternoon?
Oh, you got a lot of fights.
No, I'm just fucking lazy.
I need to mentally prepare myself to interact with people.
Yeah, dude, like, if I have one thing I gotta do that whole day, then spend the rest of the day just figuring out how to get in the mindset for that.
And then 10 minutes before I cancel.
Yeah. Although, like, first of all, yes. Second of all, when I had to get my shot, I was, like, so ready for it to be, like, an excursion. Like, I was like, okay, let's get in the car. I was, like, already, like, 2 minutes late for my time to, like, sign in. So I was like, oh, shit, this is gonna fucking suck. And then, I get there, and I'm like, well, here we are for, like, the rest of the day, probably. And the whole store is, like, empty. And then someone's like, after 3 minutes of waiting, someone's like, hello, can I get your name? Alright, Doc will be with you in a moment. And then, like, 5 minutes later, I got the shot. The shot didn't even hurt at all. No, like, I expected, like... I didn't feel the first one. I expected there to be, like, a pinch, at the very least. Nothing. Barely even, like, pressure on the arm. Like, he put it in and out, and I literally asked, like, was that, like, the shot? Was that... And he's like, yeah, like, what else is there? And I'm just like, I don't know. I expected, like, any pain or discomfort even. And then we left, like, 3 minutes. We were in there for, like, 10 minutes as a whole. And then I was just like, shit, I carved out my whole day for this. Like,
I love that.
It's a great feeling.
And it's also good because I think more people will get it if it's not a commitment. It's like quick.
Guys, I'm telling you, it's so fucking easy to get your COVID vaccine. This isn't as government sponsoring me. I legitimately was terrified it was going to take forever, and I was out of there in time to, like, I was there before the hour was up, or I was home before the hour was up. It's crazy. So,
I was at this, so I live in a city where there's, like, quite a bit of people, and they did it at their the big convention hall, which is, like, giants, where they do, like, Comic-Con and all the different, like, boat shows and all these giant things. And literally, when I went for my second one, there were so many people that, like, I don't know, I was in a line for probably 15 minutes. And that sounds like a short line, but I'm saying I was walking the line never stopped. I was walking through the line for about 15 minutes. They were just, like, going through ropes, but there was people in front and behind me. That's how many people they were moving through. But it was, wow. I was in and out in, like, 20 minutes, but it was just, like, they had to be doing, I don't know how many people they do a day. It has to be, like, thousands, honestly. It's awesome. But,
it is awesome. It's like crazy how quick it takes too. Like the dude sat me down, wiped my arm, done, no pain.
And mentioning the pain factor, I was poor in college, so not that, whatever. But I would donate plasma a lot, and for that, it's the same needle that you like donate blood with, and that one's like it's like a drinking straw. It's like it's big. It goes in, you feel it. You feel it while it's in. If you move your arm slightly, you can feel it in there. So that's what I was used to. I haven't had a normal shot in a while, so I forgot that normal shots are like nothing. So yeah, the second one I didn't even feel. He might have lied to me. He might have just been like, "All right, I gave you it."
Right. You don't even know.
I'll be real mad if I find out.
Yeah, I would be pretty mad too about that. I've donated blood, and that's like the most recent time I've dealt with needles. But like I remember as a kid, like the needle that the dude gave me the shot in was like half the size of I remember getting like my tetanus shot from.
Yeah.
Like it was so tiny. I felt nothing. I felt like maybe the plastic against my skin, and then like nothing. It was crazy. It was like the one thing aside from the weight that I was kind of like, shit, it's been so long since I've had a needle, like how am I gonna react? And fucking fine. The dude told me to stop tensing because I was kind of like bracing for impact.
I had to be told the first time too. The second one was easy. Alright, Leviathan Den says, but I believe in you and want to see you guys succeed. You don't owe me anything. I do it because I appreciate the entertainment and it's genuinely a good show. Oh, thank you. But one of the appealing things is it's kind of like a MF Doom sort of paradox because it's so underrated and unknown, but it's just a straight, genuine good time. The show doesn't have to be the biggest thing out there to make the show good. I just genuinely, really, really appreciate the show. It has nothing to do with family or anything. I'm just truly a huge fan, and I appreciate what you guys do, so thank you. Sorry for the long message. No, don't apologize for saying the nicest thing to us that's ever been said to us on this show.
My God.
Thank you very much. That's super nice of you to say.
If I could put dramatic music behind that, I would. I could put like a violin of that, or roses.
I have like.
Wow.
No, that's not it. That's definitely not it.
That's the one.
Well, that sounds sad though. It's not sad.
That sounds very sad. Yeah.
Right,
that's
never
like
mind. I don't have
why are we here? Just to suffer.
Alright, I don't have any good cues ready, so.
What was that last song? Was that the theme song for Naruto?
It's Curb.
I know. Let's imagine if Naruto had that as
Curb Your Naruto.
Curb Your Naruto.
I don't know Naruto enough to actually have
Oh, me neither.
like
I know
references.
ninjas.
My brother watches it and he always tries to get me to watch it, and I promised him I will, but there's like 1,000 episodes. Who's got
There's so many episodes.
Leviathan Den says you should really have a drink a beer point purchase since he actually said lip purchase, which I want to give credit for because that's what they need to be referred to. Since I know you like beers, yes, that's a great idea. Although, like, I'm gonna do it anyways, and does that mean I have to chug the beer? Because as much as I love beer, I
think
like
it's
chugging beers.
More like start drinking a beer and then like have it finished by possibly the end of the episode. That's the rule I like to make up in my head. And the reason we haven't offered that is because we're not like able to have beer on demand all the time. Quite, I think.
I mean, it's very rare that I do this show without one sitting over to the side.
This is true. I'm just, not totally.
Ian added a bunch of those lip points things. I need to go through and add some too. Maybe that's one that I would do. Yeah, shotgun a beer on the streams. He was like, sprays all over your computer and the stream goes down. Sparks start
shooting. My God. That would be hilarious though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That was a good one. Add something like that.
I like my little TV I made up there.
I love it. That's perfect.
I drew the ugly Twitch stream.
Somebody watching. There was a lot of memes when I'm sure this meme is not originated from Animal Crossing, but there's a lot of memes when Animal Crossing came out of like people playing their Switch, and it's like some really like cutesy stuff happening, and then all of a sudden a loading screen happens where it's all black, and you just see the person's like reflection with like 4 double chins staring at their like Switch, which is a very real thing that happens with the Switch because
Oh, yeah.
it's handheld, so you're like up close to it, and then every time like the screen goes black, you see your disgusting face staring at it.
That's like life on a phone so often.
Weird.
Like you see a TikTok of like a person doing yoga, and then like it ends, and then it's just like your fucking dumb face is staring at you. That's the Black Mirror they're talking about in Black Mirror, innit?
It is actually the front of a Nintendo Switch.
Or yeah, or a phone, or
The phone is what
You
they're
know,
talking
yeah.
about, but I was just
Yeah.
being stupid.
oh, I know. We're just having a laugh.
Well, we've said it already, but Leviathan Den, thank you, and thanks for always
Thank you for
here.
being nice.
Yeah, thanks for being nice. And
Thanks
you
for
know, the
the
show's
money.
fun
Thanks for-
because of people like you, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for popping into my stream earlier today. That was super fun. I worked more on that animation. I'm not sure if I showed you what I got so far.
You showed me what you made last night.
I've added more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Shrug is just doing shoulder shrugs with a bench press bar, by the way.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Well, congratulations on beating your goal. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's good to beat goals.
Is that
When
a
I
Pokeball?
was... it's supposed to be like HAL 9000, but it did end up looking like a Pokeball. Did you know they made a new Pokemon Snap?
Dude, I've been playing it for like the last.
You've
3
been
days.
playing it? Oh, I'm so jealous.
I for Christmas, or no, for my brother's birthday, I bought him Pokemon Snap. Like it was like a month or 2 ago. Like I bought him the key, and then for a gift, for Christmas he got me something that I already had. So he's like, next game you want, I'll just buy you a game that you want. So I was like, get me Pokemon Snap too, because I want to compete against you. So we
Hell yeah.
play on that. It's fun.
That's
Nostalgic.
Dude, I loved Pokemon. Like, Pokemon Snap, first of all, is the only game I've played of Pokemon all the way through. I never had,
Oh, yeah.
like, the RPGs as a kid. So Pokemon Snap was my shit. And second of all, I fucking love Pokemon Snap.
Well, this one is just like the other one, but like newer, prettier, you know, some better mechanics and
some
stuff.
bells
So
and whistles.
you probably like it.
I was watching a person's stream last night. I was watching Lord Spew's stream last night. He was doing a dueling drawing request thingy with a fellow Twitch streamer, and then they rated somebody who was playing Undertale, and then that person rated somebody who was playing Pokemon Snap. So I watched like a good hour or so of Pokemon Snap, and I was like, this is what I wanted. But I don't have a Nintendo console, so I can't.
I'm sure you'll get one at some point. You can even get the light
Yeah.
version. That's pretty nice.
That's true. I was gonna get the light version when pandemic first started. I was just like, well, world might collapse, might as well get a Nintendo Switch. But they were all fucking sold out at the
They
local
were all
GameStop. So
sold
like,
out. Couldn't find
yeah.
it. I tried. This is really nice. Leviathan Den says, "Oh yeah, dude, I watch your streams while I'm building pools. LOL. I bought AirPods just so I could listen."
aw, so ding dang supportive. Much appreciated. If I could afford a pool, you goddamn believe I'd ask you to build
When
it.
I get a pool, I'm calling you.
That's right.
Right now I rent, so my landlords might get mad if I put a pool in. Actually, why would they get mad about that? They would be like,
Why would they get mad? That
thanks.
ups the property value. Actually, it lowers the property value, I heard, because of all the extra work it takes in order to keep it from not looking like garbage. Basically like a big fucking petri dish if you don't
How
stay
dare
on
you
top of
insult
it.
pools? Leviathan Den in the chat.
Sorry,
Oh my
guys,
God.
don't listen to me. That's his business and lifeblood. Pools are great. There's no doubt. I think Leviathan Den is the one who said that
I
in the
think you're
chat.
right.
Actually,
I think you're
I
right.
think that's where I learned that fun fact. I'm about ready to color this. I'm gonna go grab a beer and then let's get coloring. What do you
I
say?
agree. I was just gonna draw this butt, and then I'm ready.
I like the butt. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, that makes more sense to me. increases property value but raises property taxes. That makes perfect sense. And who doesn't love a pool? If you don't like a pool, I don't want to know you. But that's cool that you listen to Ian while working. That's nice. I've been, fortunately my schedule doesn't really work so good to be streaming in the morning, and I don't want to compete with Ian either, but I've been streaming some games late at night and things like that lately. I do it on this channel. Ian uses his own. Nice. Yeah, mine's a little more inconsistent, so it's harder to, tune in for. Maintaining it and keeping it operational is the costly part. Yeah, I believe that. Makes sense. But, they're great. Me and Ian both live, I guess Ian's technically the East, I'm in the Midwest, but, pools, you only get to use them for like a third of the year out here, so it's not as nice as some place where you can just enjoy your pool year round. Leviathan Den was saying that it doesn't increase, or it doesn't lower the property value, it increases the property value, it just raises property taxes, which makes
that's the key right there. But also, if you don't take care of it, you will, I assume, lower your property values if it's like a big petri dish.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yes, that makes more sense. Thank you for clarifying, Leviathan Den. I love getting knowledge in the chat,
So much, we're learning a lot of pool facts these last couple weeks, and I couldn't be more appreciative.
We should get stingers at some point, for like segments. Be like, pool facts!
Actually,
but,
we should. I 100% agree.
But we just gotta figure out segments. Yeah, shit. You gotta use. I made stingers for Matt's podcast, and that took like a day. We just had to figure out segments, I guess, like rock, paper, pencil.
Yeah.
Title card finished. Like, obviously, we don't want to introduce doing the title card because that's what we start doing anyways. But like, when the title card's done, maybe like something to celebrate the end of that. I don't know.
Not a bad idea.
And then I could help you set your OBS up to get that all ready to go.
I think things mostly figured out. It's just certain things that are kind of like outliers that hard to plan for when things are just acting unpredictably. Problem
OBS
before this show was like not things that were like need to be adjusted. They just weren't. They were just doing weird like computer stuff for no reason,
Yeah. I had this weird situation where in OBS, when I was first setting up my stream, I had to, I set my stream up and then I had to actually reset it all up again once I had figured out the program more, because one weird thing that was happening was I would place an element in two different scenes, and then I'd think, okay, well, it's in a different scene, I can move it around independent of it in the other scene. And then I would check back in the other scene, and then all of a sudden it's moved the same distance that I moved it in the first scene. So like that was weird. So I don't still entirely understand how that worked, but I did manage to avoid that when I recreated my streaming setup. Okay. But like bunch of little dumb things like that it like took a little bit of like knowing more about the program and then like redoing my entire setup so that it was more efficient was like a whole big process for me. But it was a learning experience, but it was like fucking dumb. Like there's no reason to.
Things.
A lot. Like, okay, I obviously am not a person who can develop programs. I don't know shit about coding, but like I also have used a lot of programs, and I feel like there's certain features and functionalities that some programs have that I'm just like, fucking, why isn't there an undo button?
That's what I was gonna say. There's even if they might be hard to code, there's certain things that are just like need to be there.
Yeah,
Like,
quality
they're
of
almost
life.
like deal breakers not to have them.
Exactly.
It's like if that's hard to code, then don't make a program like this.
In the first place, yeah.
Because
There's
that
a lot of
needs
other
to be
people who I
part
know who can. My Photoshop can do a 9,000 undo states if I wanted to, and OBS can't even do like a half of one. It's like fucking stupid. So, anyways, gosh, what games have you been playing? You've been playing a couple, haven't you?
Yeah, I kind of hop around. Lately, I've been I played a little bit last night of Resident Evil 2, the Claire playthrough. I played it once already as Leon, and I'm just excited for Resident Evil. I guess would it be 8? Village.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think
Yeah.
the VIII and Village is lit up like 8. So
Yeah, it's fucking clever.
yeah. Leviathan Den
Yeah.
says, "How do I know if I've resubscribed?" I'm.
If you'll know if you're subscribed if the subscription button says if you want to gift a sub, from my experience.
Okay.
If it's offering you the ability to gift a sub, then you are currently subscribed.
But so I've been playing. I played Resident Evil 2 last night and quit. You know, it was late, but also it was conveniently so
was
I
pretty
wouldn't
late.
have to deal with Mr. X.
Yeah.
It gives me.
It was pretty late though. I mean, I felt like it was a good time to.
Grepsky subscribed. Thank you, Grepsky. Thanks for tuning in.
Leviathan Den gifted
Oh,
the sub to Grepsky, which also means
Wow.
Grepsky's been lurking in the chat. Grepsky
Oh.
just got called out for being a lurker. Hey.
busted.
But thank you so much, Leviathan Den. Shit, well, I'm subscribed. Whoa, Jesus, Leviathan Den. I'm sorry that you just gifted a sub
We appreciate
unbeknownst
it. Thank you
to
very much.
you. It's appreciated.
You're
If you want,
awesome.
we can give you that money back if you didn't mean to spend that money. I mean, I will give that money back to you if you want.
Gosh, you're so friendly.
I gifted some subs to like a person the other day, and then like made a joke about like I shouldn't be gifting subs. I'm poor, because I am, and I shouldn't be. And then the person was just like, I can give you your money back, and I was just like, no, oh my god, you know what? Nothing would make me feel worse than if you gave me back my own money after I just gave it to you.
Why
Please,
are you
sir.
trying to make our viewers feel bad about their donations, Ian?
Because I feel bad. I have a guilt complex
You
about
just
money
permanently
all the
feel
time.
bad.
I just permanently feel bad. Is my thing, and
Yeah.
that is like
Doctor,
If there
I
is-
feel bad. Well, what's wrong? Well, that's it. I just feel bad.
just. I feel like I did something wrong all the time, even if I didn't. And the doc's like, well, what happens when you like talk to people? And I'm like,
oh, I don't.
I act as normal, and then I start to feel bad about everything I did for the rest of the night until I
Thank
see
you.
them again and made sure I didn't make them mad.
And then I text them the next day and be like, "We're cool, right?" And they're like, "What?"
Yeah, I've taught myself not to do that. I've realized since then that is awkward, but I would.
Leviathan Den, we really appreciate it. You're awesome. We did
Really
add some
appreciate
new
it.
stuff since the last show. We have
We
new
did.
emotes. I think that depends on tier. I don't really know. We haven't unlocked. I would put them all on tier 1, but we haven't unlocked the ability to do that yet.
Yeah, they're
Um,
like you have to have at least a tier, because like once you start offering
Once you loop
subscriptions,
around,
you gotta
so-
have one for at least each tier, or else
Yeah.
there's like no reward to. So,
But
it makes
yeah,
sense.
so there's that, and then so we have some new emotes, and then we also have a new badge, which I think I don't know how versed you are on Twitch. I had to learn about this, and we've been doing the show for like
Still
over
learning
a
about
year.
this myself.
But there is Leviathan Den redeemed. Hydrate. What do you want,
Does
beer
this
or
count?
water? It's up to you. I have both.
It's beer. I got. If it's water, I gotta go leave the room and get myself a water.
Covering
You know,
my bases.
Some people say.
I think beer.
Some people say
dehydrates
that.
you.
They say that beer dehydrates you. I read
Yeah.
somewhere that because beer has yeast in it, it retains water and it actually hydrates you.
I think
More than
alcohol
water.
dehydrates you. It's part of
Alcohol does dehydrate. I was gonna say, I think that thing I heard about beer is a fucking lie. Because the
Maybe if
hangover
you-
is you being dehydrated, isn't it?
it. Maybe if you drink like a light beer, there might be more water
Yeah.
than alcohol. But
If you drink
certain beers
like
do
what I'm
not.
drinking,
Right now, what are you currently drinking? Let's
Should I say it out loud?
call out. Yeah, for sure. Why not? I think it's fun to kind
Drinking the
of
champagne of beers.
Miller High Life, or just Miller. Nice. I'm having this beer called M43, which is pretty popular in Michigan, and this one is the strawberry version, which is awesome. They only do it like once a year for like a week, and I have to like track it down, but it's just so good.
Sounds pretty good. You have pretty good. You have a nice knowledge of the beer varietals.
Yeah.
And where you can find them.
It's funny. I work at a fine dining restaurant as my day job, and well, I guess it's at night, but I sell a lot of wine there, and it's important. That's how you make the most of your money, and it's important to like have all this wine knowledge. And I've been doing it a while. I'm pretty good at. I have enough knowledge to do the job, but I'm kind of faking it. But anytime somebody like has a question about beer, I just like I can just go off on them, and I'm like, it's a shame that I don't have this kind of knowledge for wine at these set.
Well, it's also interesting because isn't your place kind of like a beer store, a beer like run by a beer company, anyways?
No, not my restaurant.
It's a steak chain, right? It's a restaurant chain. Never mind. I'm
steakhouse.
thinking of the wrong thing.
It's a restaurant chain. But the city I live in, this year they got it again, but they were rated like beer city out of the whole country in the past, and then this year they won the title back. But it's just like a ton of breweries in like a small area. So
pretty sweet.
I have
I mean,
a little bit of knowledge on that stuff.
We've lived that beer city life.
We have. Leviathan Den says the dehydration process is mostly due to alcohol in the liver. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mostly beer is dehydration, but a lot of it is the sugar content that gives you a headache. The sugar in booze gives you the headache, which is why clear booze like tequila really gives you a hangover because of the sugar it converts to. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Leviathan Den knows all things liquid.
Yes, if you have any liquid questions, please refer to Leviathan Den. We are designating them the designated liquid knower. Unless it's beer, and in that case it's Brandon.
Whether you want
but just about taste.
Drink or swim in liquid, they're your person, for sure.
That is correct. Just do not talk to them about a pool full of liquor, because then you dive in.
And then you die in.
That's right. Is that a line from the song? Is that I don't know. I don't know all the words to that song.
You know, when you write the song about swimming in a pool of liquor, you can steal that line.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Kid Kendrick already wrote a song.
Oh, that is
about...
Did
I say Kid Kendrick? I meant Kendrick Lamar. Wow, Kid Kendrick.
That was his musician name when he was a child.
He was a child rapper. Kid Kendrick.
Like, Lil Bow Wow doesn't still go by it. Does he just Bow Wow now?
I think he just goes by Bow Wow.
Or does he go by like Kevin or whatever his name is? Does he still make?
I don't think he goes by things anymore. I think he's just like his name at this point.
Someone goes, "Hey, Lil Bow Wow," goes, "Fuck off."
Wasn't his dad like Ice-T or something like that? Like, wasn't that how he became? I mean, if you look at like all the people who are like super famous nowadays, like most, or like, at least most of them, like they all have like a dad or a mom who like was in the biz.
Everybody famous
and
has a mom. That's true.
That's true. Wow, I never thought about that.
There must be a connection. Leviathan Den says, I have a huge liquor collection because I'm classy and a lot of beer in the fridge. I'm currently sipping on a Glencairn glass of Whistle Pig, Boss Hog, Samurai Scientist whiskey. Okay.
Is that a real thing?
It might be. I recognize it's not a real thing because he listed like, unless he's mixing like 7 different things. Or is that a real thing? He says, look it up.
What are you looking up? So I'm
Glencairn
assuming.
And Whistle Pig are different things. I thought.
I'm currently sipping on a Glencairn. It's a Glencairn glass. So the glass is a Glencairn design.
Oh yeah. That is the type of glass. That is right. I do know that. Okay,
Sir.
Yeah, that's the little like. Okay, I have one of those as well.
Still, Whistle Pig, Boss Hog, Samurai Scientist is a fucking hodgepodge of words.
Wow.
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 Here we go.
There it is.
Gosh.
Whistle Pig Boss Hog Samurai Scientist. Hell of a name.
Where are
I
we
love
seeing
it.
this?
Wow.
Where is this being displayed?
You're living the good life over there, from what I see. Just looking this up a little bit. Awesome. Well, that's great to hear. It says it's worth the money, which is the thing I was kind of referring to. That's good. That's good. If you're gonna go all out like that, it'd be disappointing if it wasn't worth the money.
Do you think we can get? Do you think we could afford it with
What?
the $15 that he gave us today?
We could put it towards the fund.
Whiskey fund?
He said he got it for $300. That's awesome.
Oh, okay. No, we can't. Yeah, no. we're not making 300.
Well, I mean, when I looked it up, it's more like 800, but
Oh
Life
God.
and got a deal. That's awesome though. That sounds really cool. I love trying different whiskeys. It's kind of been what we've been doing here, me and my girlfriend, for the past couple of years. We've tried a fair share, but we haven't really ventured too far into the high-end stuff, super high-end. But I do get to try some of that stuff at work, so that's great as well.
My dad offered me a beer yesterday because we were all hanging out as a fam outside, just enjoying the lovely weather. And my dad offered me one of his beers, which was I believe it was a Weyerbacher Merry Monks, which
Okay.
they're
I know Merry
Belgian
Monks.
ales. They're beers that exist. Some people like them, I assume. But
Belgians?
they taste really. Yeah, well, no, just like specifically the Merry Monks and like the Blithering Idiot and like all the Weyerbacher
Okay. I-
type of
I-
beers.
Yeah, I like some of them. Yeah. Belgians can be, I think, it's like, everything's acquired taste, obviously, but they can be interesting because they're very like malty. They're like almost, you feel like you're eating like a loaf of bread while you're drinking it. I feel like sometimes.
Yeah,
They do like
I wish.
decent
I wish this one tasted like a loaf of bread, because it doesn't taste good. But tell you what, it's 12% alcohol content though, or something along those lines. So it does get you fucked up.
Does your paw
So-
like it?
Yeah, I assume he drinks it all the time.
Often. Okay, I didn't know if it was something he was trying.
Oh no, he gets these all the time. So like he had offered one to me, and I was about to be like, yeah, I'll drink this because it'll get me fucked up. And then my parents were both like, don't give it to him. He doesn't like the taste. He just wants to drink it to get drunk. And I was just like, yeah, that's all beer in existence ever since like the beginning.
Oh,
think
come
my
on.
dad's
You don't like
drinking
the
a
taste
12
of beer?
I like the taste of beer. I like the taste of some beers, but I especially like how it gets me drunk. So I'll drink it. So anyways, they made a big stink. In the end, I ended up giving the beer back, which felt extra rude. But then they didn't throw a shit fit. Anyways, I feel the same way about drinking straight liquor because I'm like not particularly keen on the sensation of a lot of bitters or liquor, you know. But
That's fair. I think there's things you like. It's just a matter of finding the stuff you like, you know?
yeah, I
Everybody
like a
has
good White
different
Russian.
tastes. You shouldn't like something because someone tells you to. You like what you like. And
Oh yeah.
not that you were doing that, but I'm just saying, like, you don't need to force. You know.
I mean, I'll force liquor down my hole if it's gonna get me drunk.
Down my
it's
hole.
an occasion to get drunk.
You know,
Just saying.
It has that effect. Leviathan Den says, the topper is awesome. I'd love you to draw it. We will, right after we finish this, actually, because you donate money, and we appreciate that, and we
Only
love to
fair.
draw pictures in return. Not that, people watching, you can always give us suggestions. We'll give it a go if we're feeling like it. But if you donate, we'll definitely do it. But the topper actually is really cool looking. I just looked it up. I kind of
I'll
want
take a
a
look,
bottle
see.
just for the topper.
I have one of those bottles. It's an empty one, but I have one of those bottles of like the Dan Aykroyd Skull vodka.
I had one too. So, my mother-in-law Well, I guess she's not yet. But my girlfriend's mom bought me a bottle of that for Christmas. I think last year or the year before.
It was offered to me by. It was a gift. The bottle for when I was quitting my restaurant job from one of our longtime customers.
I drank all the vodka and now we have a plant growing out of it.
Oh, that's way cooler. I was trying to figure out what to do with the bottle because I don't want to just have an empty bottle. Plants are great. I was gonna like fill it with a fucking like colored liquid that like glows or something like that. And
that'd be cool too. I think.
Yeah.
What is it that glows under a black light? Is it like tonic or something?
Oh, I have no idea. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I have no idea what I would put in there and that would fit that description.
When she gave it to us, she's like, put a fish in it or something, and I'm like, I don't want to buy a living animal just for the sake of decorating this.
Yeah.
So planet.
There's like that Ryan Reynolds movie where he's like the video game character, and like I had to write an article on the trailer, so I watched the trailer one morning like 5 times, and then when I looked in the comments of the YouTube video, like Ryan Reynolds' character has like a fish in a fishbowl, and like I guess it's like one of his main connecting. I'm assuming it's gonna have plot relevance because it comes up a lot in the trailer, and like it's about a guy who broke free from the game's AI and sort of became sentient or whatever. So I'm assuming that the fish might have something to do with it. I don't know. But anyways, point is, a bunch of comments in the YouTube trailer were like, "Hey guys, don't put fish in fish bowls because like they get like no space to swim and it sucks and it's a bad existence." And I'm like, yeah, it's fair.
Oh, I see. So that's probably the metaphor that takes place in the movie.
Oh shit, maybe.
Yeah, because he's in a fishbowl. He's in a video game.
He is in a fishbowl. You're right. Oh shit, I didn't look at that. I didn't even put that together, and I studied the damn trailer for an article.
I thought the way you like talked about it, I thought you were telling me that, and then I was like, oh, I see, I understand. Haven't clicked for you.
Nope. I'm a dumb idiot.
Shucks.
Look at you figuring out fucking metaphors and shit.
Hey, what was that movie called? I feel like I've seen art for it or something, or like posters, but I never saw the movie. Like,
The named guy is in it. It's like Free Guy.
That's the one I was thinking of. Something with the guy.
I think it's Free Guy.
He's fucking guy.
He's fucking guy and he's free because his name is Guy in the movie. Taiki Waititi's in it. I don't know how the hell you say his name. There's like so many eyes.
That's probably closer than I've ever gotten.
I feel like I added some weird extra inflection on it for no reason though. I felt like I went Taiki Waititi. It's probably like Taiki Waititi or something like that. I don't know.
When you're saying things you're not used to saying, it's hard to say in a relaxed.
It is, isn't it? Like you feel nervous to almost like, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't know how I'm supposed to say this name.
Right.
I had so many teachers in school be like, Ethan. I'm just gonna call you Ethan, even though your name is right in front of me, and it's like that's 8 extra letters.
And that's like Ian's not even like a weird, unheard of name.
Probably not. It's a very white name. It's a very white name.
The most common, like I don't know a ton of Ians, but it's also a name that I've seen enough times, even before knowing you. Like it's not an unheard of strange name by any means.
I think it's a newer name. I think. You know what? I'm actually curious about this. I'm gonna check the Wolfram Alpha.
It's more European, but I mean, granted.
It is very European. It's the Gaelic. That's true. It's all a lot of white people names are European, but it is the Gaelic version of John, because Jan and then Ian.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah,
Ian's much
I learned that.
John. Sorry if we have any Johns in the chat.
Yeah, sorry if you have any Johns, but Jan is the name also as you, and you suck. I'm going to Wolfram Alpha right now. I'm just going to look up the name Ian real quick and its prevalence. Let's see. Rank 81st, actually. It's the 81st most common name, apparently, in the United States. 1 in 395 people.
That's wild. 81 seems like... Granted,
high,
like,
right?
How far back does those rankings go?
So, looks like the word Ian, or the name Ian, according to this graph, was like not anyone's name at least until 1910. That's when you can see the first noticeable uptick in the chart.
Is that when
It
you were
really
born?
started to pick up in the 70s, and it's actually it's really risen to prominence since the 90s, and especially the early 2000s.
I have to imagine all names kind of travel in waves. Like,
It's usually somebody
Fun.
famous
oh,
is named a name.
Leviathan Den says posture check, which I could use.
Oh, my back. Yeah, that felt good.
I like to tend to hunch in.
Yeah, me too. Especially if I'm reading Wolf from Alpha. But I think one of the big humps in the people naming themselves or naming their kids Ian is in like the early 2000s, which, if you think about it, was around when the Lord of the Rings movies started coming out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's very true.
And who was in those films as
Wizards
Gandalf.
and hobbits.
but
Yeah.
Mr. Ian McKellen.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of folks were probably like, yo dog, let's name our kid after Gandalf.
Leviathan Den says, gonna get tech neck without posture checks. That's true. That's all we got.
That's true.
The viewers
Oh,
keep us
tech
in check.
Real? Did you hear my neck just now?
I heard a snap, yeah. I didn't realize it was your neck until you...
I was hoping you would say no, but yeah, that was my neck. It's,
Crunch.
yeah, it's bad. It's not good. I stretched my neck last week and then had a kink in my neck, like I hurt for like the rest of the week, and I was like, oh fuck, I am officially old man.
I have a bad back, but my neck is fine.
You have had a bad back, and you've seen a chiropractor about it. Is that correct?
In the past, that was a long time ago. I'm not...
Now tell me.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go first. You say what you're gonna say.
No, I hurt my back, let's see, it was probably about a year ago now, and it hurt for most of that year, but this year, since we were stuck inside and not doing stuff, all the money I would normally spend, like going out, going on vacation, doing things of that nature, going out to eat, I spent that on just like upgrading everything in my house that affects my back. So I got a new chair that's really awesome, we got a standing desk, we got a new couch, because the other one was like hand me down 1,000 times, so it was like you sink into it and destroys your back. New mattress. So like, got all the stuff, and it's definitely helped. I'm like doing pretty good now. My back is definitely
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
on the mend or already there.
On the mend.
Yeah, it was bad for a while.
Yeah, I remember you showed me the chart the one time. It was
Oh
funny.
well, that's okay. So that that was like when I was probably 18, 19, maybe 20.
Was it really that long ago? My God.
It was a long time ago. In
That's
that
like
time,
my formative
since then,
experience with your back.
This isn't true about all chiropractics, but a lot of them are holistic, like quacks, and the one I went to
Yeah.
definitely was.
Oh, interesting.
There's certain things they do right that helps, but they also, if you have insurance, I'm not sure how every place operates, but the one I went to, I've since learned, like doing my research, they
Was it quack?
they have all these extra things they add that they can just tack onto the bill that aren't real.
Interesting.
And that chart was bullshit, I'm certain.
Well,
Among
that's
other
interesting.
things.
That's it. You know, that's I
I'm
didn't
not
want
shitting on
to.
chiropractic. There is very good chiropractic, but because
Oh,
because they're technically holistic, they aren't like held to the same
They're not
standards as a
licensed.
doctor. If a doctor's like, hey, by the way, drink this liquid I made in my garage and it will help with everything else, that guy would go to jail.
Yeah.
That's not true for chiropractic. They're kind of off the. They're not giving like snake oil out, but they're doing equivalents. They're basically like
Right.
they aren't held to the same standard as a doctor is. So unless you have to shop around, or else you'll get somebody who's gonna take advantage of you. There are good ones
Oh
out
yeah.
there that play. That
I would
are
definitely look
actually
for
out
one
to
with like a
help you.
medical license.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's licenses of some degree, but yeah, it's you got to track down someone who's actually their integrity lies in helping people and not in just trying to sell like unnecessary services.
Yeah. Well, I had no idea that the chiropractor you went to 10 years ago was a quack, but who can blame 18-year-old you?
Yeah.
It's hard to find correct
it helped my
actual
back
doctors
in
these
the
days.
long run. It's just half the stuff I was doing was not part of the solution.
Right.
I mean, some of the things they were doing, I'm sure, did help me, but not all of it.
Yeah. Oh, we got, not to change the subject, but I went and watched Demon Slayer in theaters this past weekend, and it was phenomenal. I, however, do not believe it will become a household name or a quintessential anime like Dragon Ball has become over the last 30-some years, but I do think it was pretty awesome and well-written show and movie.
I haven't heard that.
Well, I've heard of Demon Slayer, the website I was writing for. And I say was, like, I never officially quit. I just haven't written for them in a while. But what was that?
I said you haven't quit. You just haven't taken any like new jobs on in a second.
Exactly. And I'm sure if I were to like try and like cozy in and be like, "Hey, I'll take this writing gig," they'd be like, "Where the fuck have you been?"
Who are you?
Yeah. So I don't know. It might not work there anymore. I also don't really have a desire to spend like 3 hours earning $15.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I understand why you were, doing it, but also, like, when you don't have to feel guilty about that. If you're done with it, move on to other
I'm just
projects.
emotionally past it. It's like, it was nice, but made that stimulus money, and I'm also trying other avenues of perhaps attaining work now, so it doesn't make sense to keep on spinning those gears, but it was a nice experience.
Yeah. I'm gonna
enjoyed
use the bathroom very
keyboard.
quick. Sorry to leave. Like,
Right. No, that's okay. I'm just gonna vent about your bathroom usage while you go to the bathroom wearing headphones so you can hear every word I say. I assume. And what I'm gonna say is that, did you know that when Brandon goes to the bathroom, he actually takes off his first face and then washes underneath it? He washes his real face. There's another face underneath his face he wears on the outside. It looks the exact same, as both faces look the exact same. There is no difference. It's just that he has that outer face and he's just like, might as well use it. It's like a waste not to. Yeah, he washes the underneath face when he goes to the bathroom. That's a fun fact about Brandon. He's not an alien or anything. He just has two faces. Like Two-Face, that Batman villain who was a clown. Gosh. Here we are. We try and finish the first drawing within the first hour. Today is not shaping up to be one of those days, especially considering the first hour is over and done with. But we're almost done coloring this. And then we'll be done. I'm not going to shade this. He says, "Do you want to shade this?" I'm going to say no. You can take that to the bank. I say yes. Feel free to scream in the chat. Feel free to shout it out loud. On the rooftop, shout it out. That's what I say.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Hello. That's okay. Were you wearing your headphones that whole time?
No, sorry.
No, that's okay.
They lose
Sometimes
range.
you can hear.
I can hear them if I go nearby, but yeah, they'll sometimes lose range, so sometimes I take them off.
Gotcha. Plus, there's no reason to bring headphones into the bathroom. I feel like that's bad karma.
It's I feel like I've been trained to take them off because I used to have headphones that had like a microphone on it, and like if you ever go to the bathroom with those, it's a bad time for everybody else involved.
Oh my god, yeah. Just hear.
Leviathan Death says, "I do have a random question I thought of today. Do you think that Ben Stiller was fidgety as a child?" Probably, right?
I don't know. Is he fidgety as an adult? I've never noticed.
I don't
I'm
know
a
if he
fidgety
is,
adult.
but aren't kids fidgety?
I'm fucking fidgety right now as an adult person.
Also, we got Zone Dog in the chat with a hello. Hello,
Hello,
Zone Dog.
Zone Dog. Good to have you back after a long time. You've been pretty busy. Glad to hear that things are calming down, although you said you would be busy tonight. Brandon, have I told you about the latest escapades in the game you don't like at all, Anno?
No, but I would love to hear them.
Okay, so,
I
as you remember
not
from...
like it at all. As far as what it is as a game, it does well. It's just not my type of game.
I feel you. Maybe people just sit stiller. Just said sit stiller. Oh, it's a fucking.
Up for that? That was
he set us up for a joke.
Planned it.
Had me wondering
God
through Ben
damn.
Stiller movies, being like, was he fidgeting in Meet the Fockers? Was that like a cocaine? Was he just on cocaine at that point?
I feel like a sack.
Like a sad sack. I feel like I've been had. What was I saying?
Zone Dog says, "Big keys, little hug, big keys."
Oh, I thought those were.
That's how I'm gonna interpret it. That's not what he meant.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm terrible at reading that shit. Actually, like it took me a long time to realize that uwu was supposed to be a face.
Ian, maybe you should just stop being a piece of shit. How about that?
Oh, I was gonna say I should get off the internet because clearly I'm older than it now.
Zone Dog redeemed. Pretend to have an argument.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, fucking tell you what, dog. Maybe you should log off your fucking account, you piece of fuck.
I wish you'd log off this planet.
Oh, I wish you'd. Shit, that's pretty good. Hold on. I wish you would fucking charter a boat to an island, go there, and then fucking stay there, because then you wouldn't be here. You dick. Fuck you.
Wow. That one hurt. Got me deep.
Was that good? Was that worth 3,000 channel points?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should probably play up more on that.
Alright,
Hey, Ian,
fucking...
nice face. Where'd you get it at the garbage dump?
Hey dog,
They
I
don't even
bet...
sell stuff there, so that's weird. How would you have even bought a face at the garbage? You know, what's wrong with you?
Hey, is that a piece of shit? Oh wait, that's your face.
Hey, don't look now. A dog took a shit on your face. No, wait, that's just your face.
Hey, sorry, did it hurt when you fell from heaven and fucked your face up like that?
Hey, let me check the tag on the back of your shirt. Yes, just as I thought. Fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, let me check your shirt real quick. All right, 50% polyester, cotton blend, 50%. You suck.
You know what, Ian? Fuck this. I'm done. DrawBomb is canceled forever. I hate
DrawBomb
you.
is canceled.
I hate you. You
I
suck.
hate you too, dog. You suck.
Dumb
Oh.
idiot. We're done.
Oh. I'll find a better you. I don't care. You know how many Brandons I know in this world? At least one more.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to be replaced then. Never mind. I'm back. Is that cool?
Okay, hey, welcome back, man. It's good to talk to you again.
Yeah. I think that went pretty well. That's how it should always end up, is just with us canceling the show.
One of us, yeah. One of us threatening to leave.
Zone Dog says, "No, Mom and Dad, please." And Leviathan then wrote, "Is DrawBomb breaking up?" And Zone Dog said, "It's my fault." Then, F you, Zone Dog. So now the chat's fighting too. See, it all trickles down. You know.
Is this turning into a ballroom blitz?
Andy? All right.
Are you ready, fellas?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love the roll call at the beginning of the song where they're all like, "Yeah." A bunch
Yeah.
of weirdos.
Which one is the drummer? Because that dude has been drumming since before the roll call. He's ready.
He's like, "Don't even fucking call my name. I've been waiting for you guys to get going for an hour.
I've been doing triplets this whole goddamn time, or doublets. I don't even know anymore because I'm fucking drumming so fast.
Zone Dog says, "Last week Kyle quit the band, but now we're back together." I know.
But actually, that is
kind
kind of what happened last week. So I never did tell you my Anno story. So we were playing Anno. We excluded you because you
That's all right.
said
would've
that for us to go fuck
excluded
ourselves.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. So we were playing, and then so Kyle, I don't know if you were aware of this as we were playing, but Kyle has made it his goal to essentially make his citizens suffer as much as possible.
Oh my god.
So he was doing that.
He's really simulating being a real politician pretty well.
He was being a real fucking bureaucratic fascist guy. And then we're playing, and we're actually mounting up an attack on the pirate base to sort of take out those wascally pirates. And then all of a sudden, we just get a notification saying that Kyle has left the game. And Kyle's like, what? And then it turns out the game had kicked him because he was too mean to his citizens. The game was like, you lost, dude.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Because you're a governor, I guess you get voted out, or however however it works.
He's not allowed back in.
Yeah, he's not allowed back. We have to start a new file.
That's bananas. It seems like a weird thing to add to a
It's weird.
version.
Yeah, I mean, there's like win conditions, kind of like Civ, but
actually,
it's still funny.
Zone Dog has a correction. Turns out he wasn't too mean. He was just bankrupt. He was negative 10,000 monies.
Oh, so he was both morally and financially bankrupt.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's less funny, but still funny in my opinion.
Well,
He was running out of money for a very long time.
I don't think he had money when I was playing, and that was like the first day.
Yeah, he
was
has
like,
a tendency to
"Industry!"
overspend.
He's like, I'm going to the new world, and I'm like, we've been playing for 10 minutes, dude. What?
Yeah. He really likes to Zerg rush in Anno, is what they call it. It's called the Zerg rush. Have you ever been Zerg rushed, Brandon?
I haven't.
It sucks.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't know if I want that.
All you're doing is you're tending to your base, and then all of a sudden about 100 Zerglings just unburrow and fucking go to town on your place, and it sucks.
I actually think I have been Zerg rushed then in that case. Every time I play an RTS. Leviathan Den just redeemed. Talk about this. Talk about that one time you got Zerg rushed.
Oh shit, okay. Well, I think I just did actually.
Do it again.
I was tending to my base, and then all of a sudden, like 100 Zerglings unburrowed outside my base. And I don't know if you've played a StarCraft. I don't know if you played a StarCraft, Brandon, but when a Zerg burrows. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
I have back in the day. That's all I was saying.
Okay. When a Zerg burrows, this is for those who haven't played any StarCrafts. When a Zerg burrows, it's underground, and the Zerg can see a little hole where the Zerg is, but the enemy can't. So it's like a sneak attack. You can use it to like fucking spring up like around a squadron of enemies and like really ruin their day. But anyways, so I'm just there minding my own business, lottie frickin' da, and then all of a sudden 100 Zergs just pop out of the ground, the easiest, quickest kind to make. And then I just had to sit there because I had nothing. I was like, all my drones, because I played Protoss most of the time, were just like trying to zap these things and just not making any headway, and it was bad. Bad time,
rough.
Man. Yeah.
Real quick, Zone Dog in the chat says, Brand, do you know Aaron Kovret? Which I looked him. I don't. I looked him up. He's an artist from freelance 3D artist and designer from Michigan. I don't personally know him, but I went to his Instagram, and Mini Hats Matt, friend of the show, does know him. So there you go.
Oh hey!
So my old roommate knows him. I do not, though. Mini Hats Matt has been on our show a number of times.
Mini Hats Matt has been on our show at least twice, I want to say. Love to have him back on anytime, though.
Yeah.
Austin says I should do it in iambic pentameter.
I don't know what that is exactly.
It's a rhyming scheme where you say the first syllable stressed and then the second syllable soft, and you just alternate as you talk. So it's like my base, My base has been rushed by Zerg. Something like that.
My base is on fire.
Actually, that might be an iambic pentameter right there.
Burn.
My base.
Burn, motherfucker.
My base is on fire. I guess fire is stressed also. I don't know how it works exactly because I'm not sure what quantifies something as being a stressed syllable and what quantifies something as being a syllable you don't stress on. There's this, we were learning about iambic pentameter the one time in class, and like they like take a quote from Shakespeare to introduce it, and then like what they did just completely ruined any learning experience that was going to be had from this video, because they took like this old Shakespearean photo or painting, and then you know that Conan O'Brien mouth that they would like put over top of photos to like
back in 90s
talk and shit. Yeah, the 90s Conan. So they put that over the fucking dude's mouth and then have him go, my horse, my kingdom for a horse. Like that, with that fucking mouth. And the entire room started dying laughing. And it's like, yeah, you ruined all educational value of this video by having that fucking comedy gold in there. Although, to be fair, I remember iambic pentameter, so maybe it actually worked out pretty well.
As soon as you're done cloning this guy, I say we call it, because we have gone over the first drawing by 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I'm good on this. We can call it here, I think.
Zone Dog also in the chat wrote, a horse, my kingdom for a horse. So he says, yeah, it worked. There you go.
I think he had the same video as me.
Leviathan Den says, proton cannons in mass around the base with a straight opening is the only defense against a Zerg rush. Yeah,
I tried that. I sucked at StarCraft. I would always stock up on photon cannons and then get my ass whooped anyways, because I'd have no resources left over.
It was a surefire way that I was able to conquer the fast-paced Zerg build. Yeah, I am bad at RTS. My experience with it is playing with my brother. We'd start a thing, and then by the time I'm like reaching like a level to actually fight, he rolls up with his army that he's already done with and killed me.
Oh,
and then
geez.
I think StarCraft was like the last bastion of me attempting these types of games before I gave up on them. Maybe write that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of
Right down here in the bottom right.
Yeah, and make it,
Is that like, what is, hold on, what's coming out of that milk carton, if you don't mind me asking? Is that supposed to be Tang?
Making it orange juice, but Tang is a good answer.
Kind of looks like that fake egg stuff where it's like egg yolk drink.
That's what it is. It's egg yellows.
Okay.
Now it is. It's old milk, Zone Dog says.
Ew.
There you go.
Oh.
Old milk.
Oh.
It's cultured.
It's cultured is a way of putting it, for sure. I'm just gonna real quick.
Anybody who is a subscriber, I think I didn't finish saying it earlier, but we have a badge now as well that you can adjust under your like chat identity. But there should be a DrawBomb badge that you can add. I don't know if it's working. You said it wasn't showing up for you before, Ian, right? I think it's.
I didn't have it as an option for me. It could be you have to be like, this was my first month being subscribed.
You're not a subscriber, are you?
I am. I'm subscribed to my Prime account.
There you go.
But I think this is my first month. I think that's like after being subscribed for more than a month at least.
Got it.
So I don't know for certain. All right, I think this is done. What do you say?
Let's save it.
We should just get a DrawBomb logo made at some point so we can copy and paste it on top of our episodes.
Yeah, that's actually... Or maybe we should just save them as drawings and then add that part later or something.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking some kind of way of getting an official logo set up so we can just add it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Saved. Now we gotta draw some samurai pigs for Leviathan Den. I'll send you a picture of what the topper looks like. I mean, you can take your own creative license to it, but...
An horse, my kingdom for an horse.
boy. How do
What am I looking
screenshot
up here?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. Oh, you just sent it, I think. Was that sent?
Just give me a second. I have to find a good picture of it. Almost got it. Hold on. You hold on just one goddamn minute. Why don't you?
Well, yeah, hold on over there now.
Yeah, but over there. Why can't I crop it? Why won't you let me crop it? I just want to crop it. That's all I want. Alright, this should work. Here we go. I'll send it to you in the Discord. So you know what we're working with here. This is the
Alright.
the sauce. This is the topper to these bottles, the samurai boss hog. Samurai scientist.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's a pig wearing a samurai outfit.
It sure is.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
I can do that
feel
to be
free to
sure.
Interpret it however you want.
Let me look up samurai outfit. Samurai armor. I think might have been my favorite part about a lot of samurai outfits, or at least the mannequins on display, is the fake mustache.
And I think that's actually a real thing. Not to base it on just all the movies and video games I consume, but I played Ghost of Tsushima, and a lot of the masks had the big mustache in that game. I think, besides the fact that it's kind of not based on a totally factual situation, I think
They did a lot of research, I'm sure, for the
at least the armor and stuff was
accuracy.
based on real cultural things.
Yeah, a lot of them had like full ass face masks,
Yeah.
which are very cool.
Is that like an intimidation thing, do you think? Or
I think it's probably
like-
because like if you don't know the face of your enemy, that's pretty intimidating. I think it's also just dope as fuck looking. Like if I was a warrior, I'd want to look cool as shit.
the guy coming at you with his armor like looks like a demon or something. Like that's scary.
Yeah,
And they also know how to fight and shit like that. Yeah, that's terrifying.
got like the face of an Oni, who you worship, and so you're like worried he's conjuring their strength, or his side as he fights. Could give you an intimidation effect for sure.
Ghost of Tsushima, by the way, was a great game. I haven't beat it completely yet, but man, it was really good. I played it and I'm like, so this is what Assassin's Creed should have done, like the 13
Right.
times they tried. And here's a game that just nailed it.
Ghost of Tsushima is interesting because it's like in that weird blind spot where I didn't know it was coming out. It came out, everyone talked about it, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had a console so I could play it. And now it's like kind of already out of the zeitgeist. It's like,
I mean, yeah, but it's still
it's still a good game.
Video games have reached the point where like I don't care. Like 50 years from now, games that came out today are still going to be playable because like the mechanics are like tight. I don't care how. It's not like trying to play a PlayStation 1 game where like they're still figuring out how to move around a 3D space and you like want to puke on the floor just from like trying to like understand the geometry. It's gonna like it's like how you can play a Nintendo game. Like yeah, it's outdated, but it works because they figured out the mechanics. You know, like Super Nintendo, something like that. Like
I think the issue is like by the time I'm able to play Ghost of Tsushima, Tsushima 2 will have already been out for like probably 6 months or so. So it's gonna be
Nothing
like
wrong with that.
Jeez. I'll never be able to catch up.
oh well, that's true for all like media. Like
Brandon, you
sometimes-
don't understand.
I should just agree with you. Yes, you're right. It's
All right, cool.
bullshit. Leviathan Den says you don't have to draw the whole the Whistle Pig Samurai if you don't want to. By the way, I don't want to put people on the spot. Oh,
we're already going down this road.
We're gonna do it, but also you shouldn't. You're allowed to put us on the spot. That's our deal. If you
gave us $15,
any donations or anything like that, we're down to draw whatever you want, and that goes for anybody watching.
Yeah, if you have requests, give us like $15 and we'll probably draw it.
Yeah, I would say we definitely will. You know.
I'm representing the greed side of of the DrawBomb dichotomy.
I don't think that count. We don't beg for it, but I mean we appreciate our supporters, and you know.
Give us money, please. There we go. Now we've officially begged.
This is our two-man show where one of us tries to talk you out of supporting us, and the other one's like, "Shut up."
You always gotta have a foil.
Let them help us.
Let them.
No, we're not.
Don't turn
we're not
them
begging,
away.
but I appreciate everything that people give us.
It is much appreciated. So did you know that back in, I want to say high school, Zone Dog in the chat learned the word for dildo from a book, I think about samurai, and then called me dildo in like Japanese for like a week before I finally just had to ask him and be like, what the fuck is that thing you're calling me? He was like, it's dildo.
When you started that sentence, I thought you were saying he learned the word dildo.
In Japanese?
Well, just in general.
Oh,
yeah,
like the first
like
time, like hearing
school,
what a dildo is.
Yeah, it's like in high school, we were all calling each other dildos or some equivalent.
Yeah. No. We broke that barrier much earlier, but, and I'm not even sure if it was Japanese for dildo, but.
Maybe Zone Dog, if they're still here, can confirm or deny.
Yeah, maybe you can verify if Harry got test is Japanese for dildo.
Leviathan Den says, "I'm not worthy. We're not
Hey,
worthy. We're not.
We have
worthy."
rules against quoting Wayne's World in the chat, okay? No, we don't.
Speaking of that scene,
That'd actually be fun to queue up.
is that from? That's from
First
the
one,
first
right?
Wayne's World.
Then
I
they
know
meet
they do
Alice
it in
Cooper.
both. They do it in both, but yeah.
Oh,
Alice
they do
Cooper.
it in both, yeah.
That's the second one, isn't it? I don't remember. Anyways,
No, they meet. I know the first movie more than I know the second movie.
Oh, and the second one is
meet...
with it's Aerosmith, but yeah, they do it in the first one too.
Yeah, with Alice Cooper.
Yeah, with Alice Cooper. Anyways, the reason I was bringing that up is because Morgan's parents just got back from one of Morgan's stepdad's friends is friends with Alice Cooper. So they were just in Arizona golfing with Alice Cooper and this big like.
Okay, so hold the phone now.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, and yes, I know.
So first of all, her family. Am I allowed to say these things? You know what I'm going
Yeah, I think you know. I think you can say that.
You just gave away Alice Cooper or Aerosmith. Which one did you say? Alice Cooper?
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, you just gave that away. I guess I could give away
They were
one
hanging
that
out with
wasn't on
Alice
Wayne's
Cooper
World.
last week.
Her family knows Alice Cooper. Her family knows Maynard Keener. I'm still saying his name wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's know all these celebrities. I don't know anybody.
Hell, dog. Can they hook us up?
You want to hang out with Alice Cooper later?
I mean, shit. I mean, yeah, I was just talking about making DrawBomb successful, but yeah. I'll hang out with Alice Cooper. That sounds fun.
Leviathan Den says, got any new Steam games you recommend I try? What kind of games do you like? Give us that info first. But yeah, so they had fun. They were at this like charity event where basically like it's a golfing thing, and then you can bid on different celebrities, and they golf with you on this like tournament.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so Alice Cooper puts the whole thing on, and so that's why they were there. And then,
I see.
Yeah.
Do you have any Steam games you can recommend?
They're like all the games. We've been playing. Them.
Yeah.
except NASCAR B. Have you tried NASCAR A? It's great.
I have not. Oh, is it good? I should check it out.
Let's see. The new Resident Evil comes out in a week. I don't know if it's good
Sure
yet,
does.
but I'm excited about that one. Let's see, what else? What have you been playing lately? You've been playing...
I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky.
That's not one I'd recommend, though.
No, I wouldn't recommend it either. I'm just kind of getting it. I'm just becoming like, I had No Man's Sky installed still, and I was like, kept like mousing over it, being like, I'm gonna uninstall you, and then I'd be like, but maybe there's like one more cool thing I haven't, like, I didn't quite feel emotionally done with it yet. So I've just been like playing through it, getting far enough in like the main campaign where I can really feel like, no, this game is, I'm done with it. And I'm getting pretty much there. I think by the end of this week I'll be emotionally over No Man's Sky.
I'm trying to think what else I've been playing. I played the demo, the new Resident Evil. It's pretty optimized. I had everything pretty much pushed up. I mean, my computer's pretty nice, but it's not like top of the line.
I should check it out. It's just
don't know if my computer
my
can
graphics
keep up
card.
with the new Resident Evil. There's a demo out, it might be over now. There was a demo out for like a day or two. Might still be going. But if it is still out, you should try it out. You can test the game.
should try it out. It's just my computer blue screened when I was playing No Man's Sky the other day, and it's just I have to like manually turn the fan up. It's just the graphics card causes me a lot of issues, and it doesn't play Grand Theft Auto, otherwise it crashes within like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it's like, if Grand Theft Auto came out like 5 years ago, I don't know if it'll handle like a game that came out like a month from now or a week from now or something like that, you know? But I feel it is optimized. I should check it out. I should make sure.
But yeah.
I'm also, there's the issue
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, there's the issue also where I'm a huge graphics whore, and like if I can't play a game top settings, I'm like almost feel like I got cheated out of the optimal experience.
I do that sometimes. The reason I brought up Leviathan Den wrote, don't know if my computer can keep up with the new Resident Evil. The hardware requirements are off the charts. Yeah, I don't know, but it was running pretty good, is what I was saying. Like I pushed things higher than my computer was like, whoa. Yeah, that's a little much, and then I ran it, and it ran fine. So I don't know what that means, but yeah. What's something that's not too graphics intensive that we've been playing lately? That's good. I'm having trouble thinking off the cuff.
Gosh, I mean, okay, so games I've been playing. I'm just gonna look through my Xbox library. I mean, we've been playing Anno, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. But real quick to cut you off, if you do want to try out that Resident Evil, the demo is still out, Leviathan Den. You can get it on Steam for free. It gives you like an hour to play, and you'll find out if it will work for you or not. But I understand if you already know the answer to that, you don't have to try the demo. There is a limit where you're like, it's not going to work. I don't need to test it out to find out that it's not going to work.
Yeah, some computers don't quite pass the muster. My computer is 4 years old or 5 years old at this point. I checked. I've tried to update the BIOS, but I've had some issues updating the BIOS. But I am trying to update the BIOS of my motherboard, and the last version I have is like from July of 2016. So this is an old computer.
Some other games. Valheim, we played a lot of that. We're kind of taking a break until they release some more stuff because we really played the hell out of it. So we're kind of taking a break. Fall Guys. I don't know if you played that yet, but you could always play with us if you ever wanted to.
Yeah, we've been playing some Fall Guys. Not so much like the last 2 weeks or so, but we've been having a lot of fun.
Right, we're taking a break, but I mean, we'll always go back, I think, for a while. So Fall Guys
as long as they're adding stuff.
What else is good? I don't know.
I've been playing we played a lot of Sea of Thieves lately, which is always a good time, I think. If repetitive. Sea of Thieves is
good. I just started playing. I know this has been out for a while, and the sequel just came out. But I started playing. What the fuck's it called? Near Automata, and that's been really cool so far. I like it quite a bit.
Heard good things about that. They took it off Game Pass for a while, and then they put it back on. So I was gonna play it, and then they took it off, but now it's back on. So I'm gonna play it soon.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. That's a
Probably
good
gonna
one.
play through Control first.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, what's good games? What's the last thing you played lately that you really liked? Leviathan Den.
Yeah, what's the last thing you've been playing? I've been playing a little bit of We Happy Few, which has been an interesting experience.
Oh, okay.
I did not realize that it was almost roguelike in that like they have like a main story that you get through, but they have like a random gen overworld that you sort of like do the stuff in, which was interesting. It's all right. It's fun, but it's got like some quirks that I think sort of detract from it. But overall, it's a pretty good time, I guess. I mean, it's definitely a bleak game. Like it hides, like it has like the story about. So actually, I have some complaints about We Happy Few now. I have one complaint about the game. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. So, um, they they have the game, and it's like the story is basically like Germany won World War II, so this game takes place like 20 years after, and it's like this weird dystopian society where like everyone's on drugs, etc., etc. And it's like a very cartoony style game, but like it is a very bleak story. And then there's like this. So I got like to this point in the story, and it's not very far. It's like still in the first chapter, I think. But you find out that the reason Europe surrendered is, or London or Britain or whichever specific place surrendered, is because of like a bunch of paper mache tanks that like looked like real tanks. And I'm just like,
What?
y'all didn't. I don't know, paper mache tanks, really? I feel like
That seems
to get a
silly.
whole country to surrender. Like, I get it, they're tanks and they're supposed to look real, but like, like, I don't know. To get a whole
Seems like
country to surrender feels weird.
Don't think
Maybe
that would
I'm
work.
misinterpreting. I don't know. I'm not trying to poo-poo all over this game's story. That's it. That's my only complaint.
Gotcha.
Game's alright otherwise. It's not bad. It's kind of repetitive and dumb, and there's like a few weird quirks about it. But it's interesting. It's not... I'm not like having a great time with it. I am playing it though, so there's that.
Yeah.
That's my review so far. I also haven't played a whole bunch of it. What is interesting though is they have like a.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, no. I'll just say real quick. They have a survival mode where they just like generate a map and there's no like main story and you just like survive in the map, kind of like Minecraft style, which seems interesting, but also I don't know. Anyways, go on. What were you gonna say?
Leviathan Den says they've been playing Sea of Thieves on Xbox Series X. That's cool. We love Sea of
Oh,
Thieves.
fun stuff.
We're
Yeah, it's a good time.
I still feel like we're not amazing at it, but we like it.
Oh yeah, no, we suck. We survived like the last couple attacks on our
We've had
ship. Like we have.
some close scrapes, but we gotten out of there. We run though from a lot of stuff.
We do, but I mean it works because like they still
It
catch
works.
up, but we take them out. Except for that one time when we were empty and the dudes like killed us for funsies, and it was just kind of like, all right, fellas.
Say, but again, I'm always by myself. Have no friends to play with. Oh well, we'll have to if we're ever all we'll have to add you on there, and if we're ever all
Yeah,
on,
is it
play some.
cross
Sea of
compatible?
Thieves. It is. It definitely is.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we'll have to have you on sometime.
Maybe they'll actually be able to fight other players and they can protect. us.
Right?
Leviathan Dunn says, "Can I request one thing? What do you got?"
What you got for us, Leviathan Den? Or like sitting in silence as we wait. If I play with you and I drive the ship, will you address me as Captain Whack Sparrow? Well, I can't promise we'll do that 100% of the time, because once you get really in the thick of it, it's just kind of like, no, Denny, attack the Megalodon. But, I don't know. Otherwise, I see no issues with that.
I was taught as a kid always to respect my captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
And so on.
That's all I have.
I like
So
your,
what's going on?
Big
Is that...
Samurai.
Oh, I see. It's a pig. It looked like your pig's snout looks kind of like eyes.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Like it's like a weird frog.
Well, fine. I'll have to fix that a little bit.
Not to call out your drawing, you piece of shit. But
Hey, we're not supposed to pretend fighting anymore.
oh my god, I'm sorry. You're right. Somebody has to redeem points for us to have fights. What? That should be a Twitch couples like therapy. Like couples therapy is like, hold on. You're only allowed to have a fight if people redeem the channel points for it. And then they're just like staring at each other like seething. And then finally somebody redeems like 300 points for hydrate and they're like, oh, fuck. Okay, fine. And then they drink water.
Drink water very passive aggressively at you.
Yeah, just like,
Fuck you.
fucking piece of shit.
Leviathan Den says, I'm just messing with you. It makes me laugh when I hear the name. It's a good name.
A good name.
What is it one of your games, or was it in the Skeleton Adventure on Extra Attack RPG? Somebody had a play on words of Jack Sparrow. Do you remember?
Somebody, I think, yeah, it was Captain Jack Marrow for
yeah, because
Adventure
they were all skeletons. Jack Marrow. It's great.
I thought Pelvis Costello was really clever.
That's also really good.
A lot of really good pun names going on there.
Leviathan Den is a fan of Pelvis Costello.
A good one. I saw that and I laughed. And then I realized that because they're skeletons, they're going to be named after body parts because they don't have bodies. What was that noise just then?
I dropped a controller on the ground that was sitting near my
Oh,
elbow.
no.
I pushed it off.
Last time I dropped the controller, it broke.
This one, I hope it's not broken. That would be a shame. I just bought it.
That's the new one.
But I don't think it's broken.
I did actually buy
Oh, could it-
Final Fantasy 15 off of Steam recently.
Wow. Have you started it yet?
I have not, no.
I'm gonna keep campaigning for you to play Alien Isolation.
It's gonna happen. I'm one more, I think, session of playing Dead Space, and then I'll have finished Dead Space 1.
Are you gonna play all the Dead Spaces first? You're allowed to. I'm just curious.
I think I'm gonna do all the Dead Spaces first.
Yeah, that's cool. The game's not going.
But then
anywhere.
definitely Alien Isolation is next on that list.
I'm debating on playing the new Resident Evil on the stream, but I just feel like I don't want to spoil it. But I mean, that's people who watch that stuff. You probably
I
don't
think they're
watch,
well
but people
aware.
who do watch, they're cool with that.
Yeah, I might not be able to sit around because I would want to go.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't
flash.
watch it if I were you, because I would want to play it myself. But I might play it on there. I feel like that's
Yeah,
the
go
one
for it.
issue I have with play. I mean, I'm not upset about our viewer count or anything, but I don't get a lot of viewers when I play games, and I think it's because I'm always playing just random games that like no one's interested in at the time. You gotta play what's relevant a little bit, I think.
It's a bit of that. It's a bit of playing what's relevant. It's also a bit of playing. I think having a schedule for
that's the
when you
bigger
do
part.
stuff is very consistent.
That's the bigger part. I'll have to get on that.
Yeah, I also think it's advertising. Like you, a lot of times, like I'll find out by just checking Twitch and seeing that you're online. It helps to like put out a notification somewhere. Although
Yeah.
I don't think our personal announcements on our server reach a whole lot of faces, but it does help at least a little bit.
Yeah, we can get to that I could be better about that for sure. Indiana Bones says Leviathan Den. That's a good one. Bony One Kenobi.
Those are good ones. What's a good skeleton? Let's come up with skeleton names for a little bit.
All right. Let's see.
Hold on, I'll get this one. I'm trying to think of like a really fucking zinger, you know?
Just like got certain bones stuck in my head that I'm trying to like shoehorn them into
Same.
something.
So I got one. It's a little high concept, but I think it's solid.
Let's hear it.
So it's
workshop,
shoulder
so
blade, but you talk like sling blade.
I wasn't sure if you killed vampires, but I see where you're going now.
Yeah.
All right, that works. Like you said, high concept, but it's all right. This is a safe space. We're workshopping here.
Yeah. There's no naysaying in the brainstorm. Despite the fact it's called a brainstorm, everywhere is shelter in the brainstorm.
I'm struggling to think of any. I'll come up with one now. You just wait.
I'm trying to think of like the most obscure bone names I can think of.
I'm trying to channel my like learning anatomy back in the day in college and all the bones. But
Same,
I
actually.
can't think of a lot of them.
Scapula.
As soon as I passed that test, my brain just like took a shit and dumped like as much as it could. It's like, all right, we made it. Clear that out. Clear out the pipes. That stuff is not necessary. I mean, I think anatomy was helpful as an artist because I now know where the bones are.
Yeah.
And when I'm drawing somebody, it's good to know what should be where and where, you know, the bones should be visible. But their names, not very important, in my opinion.
Ooh, I got one. Tracy Allnuman.
Love it. Also, Leviathan Den just threw out Howard Sternum.
Ah, that's a really good one. That's clever.
That's the score to beat, folks.
That's the most unique one I've heard yet. That wins so far.
So they have to be celebrities, is what I'm finding out from all the precedent that has been set so far.
Or a well-known character, you know.
Mandible Lecter is another Leviathan Den one.
That's a great one.
Wow,
Just have
if you're
these
coming
ready
up
to
with
go.
these, you know, kudos.
All right, we gotta think of some good ones. We gotta at least think of one zinger each. Cranium O'Brien.
It's still a stretch.
Oh, come on.
The bar has been set high. It's not your fault. It's Leviathan Den's fault for being so good at this.
All right, let me think of a real good one. I can get something. I know it. Gosh, this is gonna be silence for a little bit as we think of great skeleton names.
Think of some too. What's the angle? Do you think of the bone and then try to think of a name that sounds like it, or do you think of an actor?
Yeah, pretty much. I try and think of a body part, and then or you can do reverse, and you can come up with the celebrity and try and figure out how to fit that name into
Nicholas Ribcage.
Boom, done.
Yeah, I'm in. Leviathan Den. My name's on the board. Leviathan Den says Hedman Fitzgerald. You know,
all right,
sure,
that's all right. It's a ship.
That's a ship. The head is not a bone.
The head is not a bone. You're correct.
There, but I'm sorry, judges say no.
The humor, I think, really comes from
I'm sorry.
The scientific.
Oh, I meant to do.
Hold on.
Nope, I meant to do. Oh my God. Nope, I meant to do. There we go.
Was that a bit?
No, I have these set on my numpad and I have to memorize the numbers and it's hard.
You get one of those like stream decks.
Yeah, but that's like hundreds of dollars, or I can just
It's
remember
hundreds
that
of dollars.
the 5 button makes this noise.
That's my favorite noise of them all.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, that's a shame.
And
Boo! You stink!
Here's something funny. We were visiting Morgan's mom today because they just got back from that trip, and she had SpongeBob on TV in the background, and that clip came across, and all I could think about was
that's fantastic.
your soundboard. Because we were just talking, all of a
Amazing.
sudden I hear behind me, "Boo! You stink!"
I'm so happy. It's like it's fate.
It is like it's fate, yeah.
It's like it's fate. I'm trying to think of one more really good one.
Well, have you thought of one good one yet?
Yeah, I thought we were
Join us in
going. I
the
thought we were
ranks.
saying that Tracy Ullman was pretty
Okay.
solid,
All right, you're right. Sorry to
and
shame you.
I still think
Still
Cranium
ready to
O'Brien.
Fake fight you. Conan and Cranium are not close enough.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm referring to when I say O'Brien, though.
True.
It's about making your mind bridge that gap, you know. I'll think of one. I swear.
You'll get there.
Cafibula.
Just think of the bone first.
Yeah. All right, let's give each other a bone or a
Alright.
body part.
Let me random bone
Vertebrae.
generator. Random bones. That's a thing that you can Google. Generate. Wow, there's some hard ones here. It could have clavicle.
Vertebrae Troyer.
Zygomatic. Trapezoid.
Zygomatic, that's part of your skull.
Yeah. Maxilla. Hey, that just need somebody with Max in their name.
Yeah. Maxilla
Maxilla.
Million Max. Maxilla Firefox.
Humorous.
Come on, give me a
Scaphoid.
good one.
Malleus. What else we got? Tibia. That's got to be a good one. Tibia can fit into a name.
Tibia hedron.
Femur.
Femur.
Patella.
Wait, I can do femur. Hold on.
Stop naming bones.
Femur Herman.
Instead of Pee-wee?
Yeah, no, that's a bad one. I
Oh
knew that
my
was bad when I was
God.
saying it. Nanny McFemur.
Wrong button again. Yeah, that works. I suppose.
Oh, jeez.
Bone Wilson.
Wow.
Bone Wilson. Just gotta pronounce it with 2 O's, so it's Bowen Wilson.
Wilson. There you go. I actually like that one.
I think that's the best we're gonna get. Is Bowen Wilson. David Boney.
There you go. That's a good one. I like that one. Leviathan Dunn says Napoleon Bonaparte.
That's solid, yeah. I feel like I've heard that though, unfortunately.
Yeah, Leviathan Dunn just said it. Of course you've heard it.
Oh yeah, you're right. What am I thinking? Bowen Wilson.
I also like David Boney. That's good.
Thank you. instead of carrot top, human top.
Oh God, that's scary. Human top?
Yeah, instead of carrot. I don't know.
Leviathan Den says Bowen Wilson got me. Yeah.
I think that's our winner right
Wow.
there.
Have you ever broken a bone, Ian?
I haven't
I said
actually,
Ian.
thankfully, but I have gotten stitches in my head on 6 separate occasions.
Wow. I've also had a lot of head injuries in my life. Maybe it
Oh,
says
man.
something about us.
Why do we hang? Is that why we hang out? It's
Yeah.
because we're actually secretly. That's the bond that has kept us together for these long years. Is our
Everybody else
head
who
injuries.
talks to us is just like, "Well, that guy has a brain injury, clearly."
Yeah.
But we're like, "Friend, we have a lot in common."
Friend. All right, so we don't need to get explicit, but let's name our head injuries. What do you say?
Okay.
All right.
I've hit my head on a fireplace when I was young. I have stitches in my forehead. I have a big bump that's still here because I ran into the. We had one of those. Most of these happened when I was a kid. I haven't injured my head recently.
Oh yeah, I haven't gotten stitches in like the last 15 years.
I ran into. We had one of those old TVs used to be like a wooden piece of furniture. Since it was a big tube thing, they would be in these. Some TVs were wooden, and the one that we had these big pointy wooden edges, and I ran around a corner playing tag or something and slammed my head into it, and had this head wound. Punctured my brain.
God.
I don't know if that part's true. In fact, I know that
I
part's
doubt it.
true. But
Yeah, I'd say you would be dead probably if that was the case.
But I hit my head on it, and there's still a bump on my head from it, and that was when I was a kid. And then
I don't know if that part's true. I don't know, buddy. You're alive. That's.
So I'm gonna guess you're a liar. It stabbed the part of my brain that kept me from lying.
Oh, jeez.
Now I can't
You're like that
stop
guy who got the
lying.
railroad spike through his head, through his medulla oblongata.
Leviathan Den says, so apparently Bowen Wilson is going to be in this really serious, touching movie about a world where everything is the way he wants it, but it's just seen as an illusion that created to show how well off he has it. Supposedly really good.
Wow.
But it's hard for me to not get past the WoW meme. There you go.
That'd have been the
Yeah,
time for you
I-
to play the WoW song.
I actually like Owen Wilson. I don't have anything against him.
I like Owen Wilson.
He's going to be doing
I
a
like Luke
character
Wilson.
in Marvel. I think it sounds like they're planning on.
I think he was supposed to be an Ant-Man.
Oh, he might
Like,
be.
he wasn't-
in
he
it.
wasn't-
I don't know.
He wasn't supposed to be Ant-Man, but I think he was supposed to be in Ant-Man. But he's been taking that hiatus, I think, because of depression issues or something like that.
Yeah,
so
he
I don't
struggled
know.
with stuff throughout the years. He had a failed suicide and stuff. Thankfully failed, but that was big news back when it happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
He. What am I trying to say? Oh yeah, so Disney. It's pretty clear to me now that they're trying to do they're trying to have a TV show going at all times for Disney Plus.
Makes sense.
Because they had
Smart move.
I don't know. I think WandaVision was their first Marvel show,
Yeah.
and then as soon as
And
that
they
one
did
ended,
this.
whatever it's called, the Winter Soldier and the other guy.
Captain America.
I'm the worst. No, it's his It's his sidekick.
Falcon.
Falcon.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier is the show going on right now, and then as soon as that one ends, I think Loki is starting, which is another TV show. But Loki is he's in this from what I've seen from the trailers, it actually looks pretty cool. He's in this kind of he's been arrested or something by I don't know if it's time or space or interdimensional police, and Owen Wilson is kind of the it seems like he's in charge, but he doesn't look like classic Owen Wilson. He's got a mustache and gray hair.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
he's
I'm
playing- but anyways.
excited to see Owen Wilson again. I'd love to see
Me too.
him.
I
new
like
person.
Owen Wilson.
I do too. I
but,
was sad to hear that he was going through issues.
Yeah. But anyways, it looks like a pretty interesting show. I think they're basically like, all right, yeah, you're being arrested, but we're gonna, you can help us, and maybe
It's kind of like a Suicide Squad situation,
Yeah, so
48 hours
basically,
with Eddie Murphy situation.
So I think Loki has to like travel around through all these different like dimensions and stuff to try to like solve some situation. But it looks interesting. I like that Marvel is doing more weird shit, and I think TV is a good platform for it because it doesn't cost half a million dollars to make a show as much as it does with a movie.
True, and like they were talking about like the next phase, and I was kind of curious what they were, because like, and I've said this on the show before, but I repeat myself all the time. I'm just gonna repeat myself again. But when I've watched Infinity War and when I watched Endgame, I saw them, and I was like, that was awesome. That was so cool. You did it. You got to the movie 10 years down the road, and you got everybody to stay alive and to stay on the contract, and they're in the movie. Everyone made it. And, good job. Now you never have to do that ever again. Ever. Like, I'm exhausted. Please never, ever do this again. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad you did it. Please don't ever again. But, what was that?
Of course they're going to do that again. You know how much money that
Oh, yeah, but they're not going to do it the same way. Because, like, in the first Avengers, they were already like, oh, the entire Earth might explode. And now, like, in Endgame, they made it so, like, the entire universe might half get deleted. Like, how do you really top that? Like, you're just going to have somebody who wants to delete the whole universe. And at that point, it kind of seems like fucking pointless anyways, because you already had a guy who was going to just delete half the world.
Right.
So it's kind of like,
I mean, there can be other
where do you
threats
go from
besides
here?
World deletion.
So now it's like, getting weird with it and doing it in a different medium is like the next step.
Yeah, do the B-sides. Comics are great because there's a million stories about every character, and some of them are super weird and fun, and that's what I want to see more of.
Yeah.
You got the people on board, now you can get experimental. You don't have to worry about whether things are gonna be watched. As long as they're like good, the experimental part doesn't have to be whether they're good or not. But you don't have to worry about getting people in seats. Like, people are going to watch anything you put out in the Marvel universe now. So
yeah, it's like how the
stuff.
Beatles. Sorry, go ahead. You finish up what you're gonna say.
I was finishing my thought. And...
Oh, I was gonna say, it's like how the Beatles. They got everyone on board with the Beatles by singing songs about holding hands and like "I love you 8 days a week," etc., etc. And then they went to India and like met a guru, and then got like on a bunch of drugs. And then they came back and made a whole bunch of shit like fucking Octopus's Garden and the White Album and stuff. And like everyone was already on board with the Beatles, so they just like made some weird shit. And then all of a sudden everyone was just like, wow, turns out I like weird shit. Who knew?
Yeah, so now's the time to try that stuff. And it looks like they're starting to. So I'm cool with that.
Cool with that?
I want the weird shit. I've seen the superhero movie already 100 times over.
Yeah. I'm done with superhero movies.
That you have to listen to me
honesty.
say that same thought 1,000 times. I don't think I brought it up on the show. I probably have. I talk about it all the time. I'm just like tired. I have superhero fatigue. The basic story that's like the plot of the 90% of the like Marvel movies before Endgame. I'm tired of it. I don't need to see that movie anymore. I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for new stuff.
Time to do some new shit.
I'm excited to see what they come up with. They have the star power and the production and the money to make something cool. It just depends if they do or not.
That they do. It's all going to be a matter of waiting and seeing.
I would guess. I mean, they own so many licenses now and people like creative power. Like, I imagine they'll make good stuff. Like, it'd be hard to fail with all the resources they have.
I think they'll make stuff.
They'll make stuff for sure. Whether it's good or not.
I saw a trailer for Cruella when I was eating dinner today.
Yeah.
That certainly looked like a movie.
I'm not interested in most of the live action shit. And then also, like, it's weird when they're trying to, like... Okay, so I'm not against having a protagonist who's also evil. But, like, you're doing a prequel to a character whose whole motivation is wanting to make clothing out of dogs.
Puppy dogs.
So like, what are we? What's her? How does that movie? That movie's gonna end like the Joker. Cruella's gonna be like laying on a car, and then a bunch of like people who hate animals start like pick her up and like Cruella, Cruella, and then the movie ends.
Yeah.
Like what? How do you write a movie about like just a horrible character?
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
she was not redeeming. She was rich, so there's that going against her already. And all she wanted to do was like fucking kill a bunch of puppies that she specifically picked out, and then make them into a coat. And it's just kind of like, this is she's a shitty person. Like, there's no like, that's what makes her such a character, is that she's such a piece of shit.
She's a great villain, but as
great
the
villain,
main
yeah.
Character, I don't know what you do with that. It seems difficult.
Yeah. Don't know how you make a whole movie about it.
Well, we'll find out, I suppose.
It didn't
Although
look
we don't
good.
watch it.
Like, I saw that trailer and I was just like, this looks dumb. I mean, I've also seen plenty of trailers for movies I would eventually see and thought they looked cool.
Leviathan Den says, I want to see the finished drawing, but I have to get to bed soon. Gotta be up at 5:30 a.m. to work on a pool plumbing system. Well, thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah,
I'm going
much
to be better about
appreciated.
posting these on the Twitter, so if you want to see this, follow us on Twitter, or, you know, watch the VOD, but I'm going to start posting stuff more often, so that's one way to see this if you'd like to. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the bits and everything. You're awesome. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah,
Makes
much
a lot more fun
appreciated for
us.
all the donos.
Yeah, for sure.
We did go a little bit longer today than we normally do, although we also started a
We
little
started
bit
a
later.
little
So
late,
it's
so I'm like cool with finishing this drawing before we call it.
yeah, I'm in the same boat.
We were having some technical difficulties to get started, but you know, it's all right.
It'll be all for the better when because we'll
Yeah,
have a new and improved system by next week, I assume.
Yeah, we're getting closer. It's every week it's a little better than it was last week.
Yeah.
So it's just us trying to get things a little more streamlined for us and for you, the viewer at home.
For the viewers.
Oh, Life and Den says, sorry I couldn't stay. No, don't feel bad at all. This is literally,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's 10.
You're all good.
It's almost 10:30, man. Go to
gotta
bed.
be up-
It's the East
you gotta
Coast.
Go up at 5:30. Like, what do you...
You have a job.
I'm sorry that you're still here. That's what I'm sorry about. And say
Yeah,
you're
my
sorry.
apologies.
Thanks for the good time and always a good convo. Yeah, same to you. We appreciate
Always
you.
happy to have you aboard.
We appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you
Thank you so much.
when we see you.
We'll catch you on, as they say, on the flippity floppity flu.
You say that.
I
I'm
do.
not
I'm
sure
the
I've heard
only one
anyone
I
say
think in
that
the
but
world
you.
who says that.
That's a straight up Ianism for sure.
It's. I mean, I technically got it from South Park, but
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
oh yeah, it's the scene where Chef is talking about how white people appropriate black culture and slang. And then he's like, see, we started by saying that things were in the hat. We're going, like, the house is the hizzy. And then the his house. And then white people kept, using those words. We had to keep changing it so that they wouldn't be stealing our words. And then, now we say the house is the flippity floppity flu. So then Mr. Garrison goes, come on, Mr. Hyatt, let's go to the flippity floppity flu. And then Chef goes, oh, damn it.
That's funny.
But I like it because it's like, catch on the flippity flop is already a thing. But I just add a little flu in there. Make it a South Park reference.
Nice. I like it.
Make it a little self-deprecating.
I like your
that good.
samurai pig.
Thank you. Try to make the armor sort of exemplify bacon strips.
That's awesome. I didn't put that together, but I see it now.
It's subtle and it's not effective, I think, but it was an attempt. An attempt was made. That classic meme, Hey, do you want to help me hatch these lines across all these fucking...
Sure.
fucking red?
Sure, I can do that, or I can color it. Yeah, I'll do that. You work on some other part, and I'll do that.
Alright.
You're still doing the same thing, though.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure where you would start yet.
You can do the hat or the face.
Okay. I'll start doing the face.
Have you been watching anything? I know we're almost done, but have you been watching anything lately?
Yeah, just King of the Hill.
Nice.
I'm almost done. I'm on the very end of the second last season. So
Season 1 of Invincible just ended, so I just watched that. It was awesome. It's a great season, especially the last, like, there's a lot of good episodes, but the last two were just, like, great finale to the season.
yeah, my brother's been itching to watch it with me.
You really should. I think you guys would dig it. I don't know.
Oh, he's already seen it. He's seen the whole season.
He liked
already.
it?
Yeah, he likes it a lot.
Okay. I feel like when I recommend things, it's for me, it's I have like a, let's say like a 70% success rate with recommendations for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like we tend to sort of see along the same lines on a lot of media. And it's never like I never get, like, when I don't get around to it, it's never that, like, I think it's going to be bad.
No,
It's just, there's so much stuff.
there's so much stuff. I get it. So that, and then the new season of Handmaid's Tale started up, so excited, me and Morgan are excited to get back to that and be depressed again. It's
Yep.
a fucking sad, horrible, dark show, and I need, like, as much as I like the show, I need it to be over soon.
Yeah, I
I can
feel
only
that.
watch these people take so much abuse.
That's the thing is, like, I was okay with watching shows where, like, people, grimy, like, depressing shows. I was much better about watching those, and then, like, the world went to shit, and then I just felt like my brain was just like, oh, this is going to cause me to spiral, and I would rather not. So
Yeah,
I've just been
fair.
sort of kick the can in the opposite direction, I would say.
That is very fair. But it's it's a really good show. I do like it a lot. It's rough almost all the
Yeah,
time.
I feel yeah.
Makes
It
me
looks
sad.
rough.
It is, and sometimes you get some satisfaction. Somebody gets their comeuppance, but more often than not, the people that don't deserve comeuppance are getting more shit spilled on them, just like endlessly.
Of course.
It's hard to watch. But when we were watching the 3 episodes came out so far. We were watching the 3rd one last night, and it got me thinking. I'm like, I would love, like, Tarantino to just make, like, a series.
Oh, yeah.
I would like.
He totally should.
He keeps saying I'm only making 10 movies. Maybe he'll make a show after
TV
that.
series, maybe that's what he'll do. Or maybe he'll just, like, retire and
Yeah, that
cook
would be what I would
Haze
do
or something
if
like
I were
that.
him. But he seems to genuinely enjoy doing it, from what I can tell.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know the guy, but he seems obsessed with what he does. Like gets all
Yeah.
fired up on cocaine and then wants to make some stuff, and or whatever his creative process is. I don't want to
Yeah.
say for sure, but that seems like a possible explanation. But I don't know. A series would be good. I was just thinking, like, some of the revenge stuff is starting to happen in this finally, like after seasons and seasons of just like the characters just having horrible stuff happen to them, and I'm like, I need a show that just like goes hard on the revenge portion and justifies
Yeah.
all this like painful stuff I've had to watch.
It's like how the first parts of all the Purge movies are always about, like, how terrible the Purge is and, like, all these poor people getting fucked over, and then the end usually involves, like, some horrible person, like, getting shotgunned in the face or something like that.
Yeah. You need
Yeah, I
need
feel
that
ya.
to balance out the just like the pain of
Need the catharsis.
because this show just is brutal to watch.
Yeah. It's like there was that one season of Game of Thrones where it's like half of the season is the one dude getting just tortured and like his dick cut off and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and it's just like, oh Jesus, like by like the 6th episode where like it cuts to a scene of him getting tortured again, I was just like, like I might just stop watching the show. I don't know. Like
No
I
more, please.
really hate this shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I can't just watch. There has to be something has to give. I'm okay with. I can live with violence and stuff, but I feel like it needs to build towards something besides just being shocking.
Yeah, bad things can happen in a show, but like I'm not here to watch somebody get tortured. Like that's not my show.
It's hard to watch.
Variety. Not my preference. Alright, I'm gonna do one more thing, and then we're gonna call this episode in the bag, I think. Even this
good.
especially long episode. You know, Denny gave us $15 plus a gift sub, so it's technically $20 or $18. I don't know how it works exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works either, actually, but this either way, very nice of them.
Because the other day, Matt said he only gets about $2 from a subscription. But I saw a meme where somebody's like, I got $5 from subscriptions. And I was just like, hold the phone. What's the real answer here? Should I rob Matt or not? I had a gun.
Let's go rob him for sure. We can
Let's go
steal
rob
his
him.
$2 that he got.
Yeah. Alrighty. That's my samurai
Alright.
pig.
I like them. They came out good.
It did come out good. Wait, I'm sorry. Before you save, I'm going to add one last... Okay, now you can save it.
Alright. I like his mustache.
Thank you. I like your pig.
Thanks.
Your pig is an actual samurai pig. Mine is a samurai armor. Samurai pig armor.
There might be a pig under there. Who can say?
It could be. Yeah, you don't know because it's a mask.
Exactly. That's how masks work. And, you know, information like this you can find on this quality entertainment show. Tune in to
Go to
DrawBomb
masks.
and learn about masks and how they work.
Go to masks.org
What are
to
masks?
learn more about
really?
masks. Actually, don't go to that website. I don't know what is on there.
We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
Whoa,
It's
dude.
like, I think the opening line from The Mask.
Is we all wear masks.
He's like watching TV, and Ben Stein is like doing some show where he's discussing masks. I haven't seen The Mask in a while. Is that on Prime? Can we can we watch The Mask on the stream?
Great question. Let's find out. It doesn't look like it's on Prime. Unfortunately, it looks like it's on YouTube.
But that's a movie I watched a lot as a kid that I haven't seen in a long time. Smoking. That's what he says.
Smoke.
Remember when he says that?
I do remember when he says that. What a fun catchphrase.
Man, weird. It's one of those like things that's like feels like it's meant to sell toys, even though it's like not kid friendly at all.
Oh yeah, no, that.
What else is this?
That movie did feel like it was meant to like sell toys, didn't it? It was like weirdly.
And I owned Mask toys.
Oh shit! There you go.
A number of them. It's like came with like a giant machine gun, and then they had like the dog with like the mask on, like the little Eddie dog with. Yeah. Anyways, it's 10:30.
Eddie is the dog from Frasier, first of all.
I refer to Jack Russell Terriers as Eddie dogs.
Oh, that's fair then, yeah.
I feel like most of the time.
So you know the name of the dog, but you'd still rather refer to them as the name of the
Easier
dog
to
from the
say.
one specific show that is like 30 years old now.
I'm just trying to keep Frasier in the zeitgeist, so I don't want it to be forgotten.
Me too, man. That's why I watched all of it earlier this year.
He's supporting them. I watch it once a year just to make sure that, you know, the Nielsen ratings are up on the up and up.
Just to prove I'm really alive.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much, everybody. Much appreciated.
We'll be back here next week, same time, same place.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Exactly.
Will that get us copyright struck?
I don't know what that means. What is that?
Well, that's what they would say whenever like the old Adam West Batman. Anytime like the episode was ending, they'd be like, "Tune in next time, same bat time, same bat channel."
I didn't know that they did that, but I believe it because everything they do is like completely bizarre on that show.
It's fucking brilliant. You had that ready to go, you
ready.
mofo. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll be here
Thank you
next
so much,
week,
everybody. Much
and
appreciated.
follow the channel if you haven't already. We stream stuff during the week, occasionally video games and things of that nature. So keep an eye out for that as well. I might be playing some more Resident Evil sometime this week.
Keep an eye on the channel, everybody. Just like keep an eye on it.
If
You know.
follow us. You probably turn your notifications on or off, but like I get notifications when anybody I follow goes live on my phone.
Yeah, same.
It goes.
So fucking do it.
And then I look at my phone and I go, no, I don't want to watch Ian, and I put my phone back down.
Yeah,
But
I
at
mean that's
least I
fair.
have the
I wouldn't
option.
watch myself either.
Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Thank y'all. Bye.